Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Happy Saturday. We are Hard Knock Dice. My name is Jonesy, your dungeon master for the evening, and these people around me over on this side, down here, and what have you. So I think I'm pointing the wrong direction. This side, down here, are your heroes for the evening and my best friends. Today we will be continuing across Eberron, but before we do, a couple of announcements for you all. We are still doing our charity run. Currently, we are raising money for the International Medical Corps, which is helping for some physical and mental health on the Ukrainian front, and that entire crisis is happening over there. So I highly encourage you to open your hearts and your wallets to a really great cause. Thank you for that, Hydra, in the chat. Go donate to some people in need. Second, there will be no Across Eberron next weekend. We may continue the week after that, but it is kind of tentative right now as we take care of some real life things, but there will be a short break in Across Eberron. So, with that said, anything else? Anybody got anything? No? Nothing? I think that's all I got. Last we left off! The Shining Vanguard made it from underneath the mines deep beneath the Moor Holds and to the eastern side of the Hoarfrost. Chasing the murderer of Gorham's brother, they made their way out into the frozen north towards Scairn. They took respite in the Yawning Yeti, a bar operated by its namesake, a Yeti named River, who welcomed them in from the cold. The next day, the party started investigating, speaking to contacts and interrogating clerics. We pick back up immediately after our heroes are done speaking to Seeker Katia and her shaky logistics about a barrel of blood. Traveling down the snowy pathway back to the fishing town. That is where we pick back up. Now, before we left off last week, there was talk about going out and talking to some various people about various things. Now, where I have a map here, it is also up for our wonderful audience to view as well. You guys have that about where you would like to go out to and talk to people if you so choose. If not, then we have a waiting game because you are currently waiting on the blood cells to arrive to Scairn as well, which you have found out from Katya and others that this is a group of pirates. So, Shining Vanguard, what would you like to do? As you hear calling from behind you from the shade, so wait up for me! And Seeker Katya stands up and just starts following you guys down, throwing a heavy coat over. What are you looking at? I don't want to walk alone.
What?
What?
I thought you were waiting on the blood cells to get here.
I mean, I am.
Well, she agreed to come with us, remember, last week to the Yawning Yeti.
Oh.
Right. I'm not going to like follow you around everywhere, but I'm going to at least get to the Raver's place with you.
You're right. I think we're going to talk to a mutual friend we might have had at the, we spoken to earlier. Just kind of like
we were
eyeing Crowley.
Okay, I understand.
I don't.
Neither do I.
It's okay. I'm a very weird individual.
You don't have to tell me. You sat quiet in front of me in my own church for like 30 seconds at a time and just looked at each other, giving each other faces like the whole time. So,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Weird group. What do you mean you don't know what I was talking about? I'm telling you what has happened. It's a very simple situation. Strange, but simple.
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't know. It's crazy. Anywho, who are we talking to? Who are we going to talk to first? Or anybody specific, or are we just gonna kinda wander about?
I'll say through the mental link. I thought we were going to go talk to Crowley's contact so that we could get more information. Since now we know some people who might have had some interactions with the Emerald Claw and their ilk or whatever. To get information on the blood cells. Know everything there is about them. Like maybe their total numbers, so we know, if it would be a really bad idea to start intimidating and threatening these people.
That's fair. All right. Do we all need to do that, or do we want to kind of? Because DM, if I recall correctly, the Katya did say that she expected the blood sales should arrive sometime today, right?
Today or tomorrow. She's not very
Today
sure.
or tomorrow, sometime around. Very. Within 2 days is pretty solid for ships arrival time. So, okay, so sometime today or tomorrow. Just in case that they are going to arrive sometime today, do we want to? Well, we have some people ask questions of this contact. Kind of have others. We'll start to kind of ask some questions around town. See if anything stood out to anybody in particular. Yes, no, maybe so. I'm
Might
saying,
as
not
well.
saying like everybody like branch out by themselves. I'm just that way at least
Sure,
we're
I
split
think-
into two groups.
Yeah, I think as long as we stay in fairly
Hmm?
large groups, I guess it should be all right.
Nah.
All right.
I think splitting up is just going to be bad.
I'm not saying go like individual. I'm just saying like 3 people go talk to the contact, and then 4 people start kind of going around and talking to people around town. There's a
It's
whole
sm-
lot of no commit.
It's a small
non-committal.
town, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't.
It's
And
not.
this is
It's
a
not a
place
giant
that
town, and it's the middle of the day.
it's a place that Yidril knows better than us. He went inside the middle of a Dwarven stronghold and still attacked one of us with multiple people there.
Perhaps before we get a better handle on things, we should avoid dividing much at all. After we have a
Sure.
little bit more understanding of the area, I don't see why we couldn't split up a little, but we don't have that yet.
I can count the number of buildings in this town almost all on my fingers.
Right, and we could be here for over a day, so what's the rush?
So that if the blood cells get here today, we can immediately do whatever we want to do, rather than being like, okay, well now we need to deal with the blood cells and still talk to all the people. But if y'all really don't want to, I won't force
I
you,
want
so.
to. I'm just not trying to split the party unnecessarily for, what, 30, 45 more minutes of extra time doing something to talking to people?
Yeah, I was under the impression we were in a hurry.
We are.
All right.
Let's go talk to that contact, and then we can start talking to other people.
Okay.
That's my opinion, at least. I mean, feel
Sure.
free for anyone else to jump in.
I at this point it is a 2-1 vote, so that is currently overruled.
And that was just my suggestion, but
It's 2-2. I already agreed with you, Gandalf.
Did
All right.
my bad. So 2 even. We have an uneven number of people. Any other thoughts on asking about the town as well as talking to the contact?
It seems pretty daft to me to split up, especially in such a small town. We waste time talking about it. Let's move.
Figured we were walking, but yeah. All right, sure.
Hey, Seeker, do you know any folks in town that might be, I don't know, less than reputable? Would be someone who would be happy to take money for someone to do ill deeds.
I mean, not really. I mean, I suppose it depends on what you would want to call an ill deed, like vandalizing the side of a church. I don't know. I don't talk to many people. I really just kind of stick to myself and talk to Braver.
All right, fair enough.
You guys walk from the hill. She follows you all the way to River's house. River, Katie, hello, and gives her like a big Yeti hug. It's nice to see you all again. Welcome in. Something I can do for you. Charlie, you see your contact still just sort of lazily strumming in the corner there.
Figured I'd enjoy another performance from your bard.
Very well. It is free to enjoy the warmth.
Perhaps you can get me some more tea. It's a very lovely brand.
Of course.
And crowd beeline over there.
Okay. Nice to see you again. Another request?
Indeed. What can you tell me of the blood sales, like numbers?
Numbers? God, I don't know. You're talking about an entire force.
Well, at least the
Blood sales.
numbers that would congregate here whenever they reach the docks.
They send a crew every month or so. They come back, they grab supplies from here. Things like timber for wood. Not a lot of trees on farmland. Things like
What?
fish, food, that sort of thing. Just seems basic. Not fish food, fish, comma, food.
Very big aquariums on
very,
Farlman.
very big aquarium stuff.
I might want me an aquarium, but anyway,
Dear God.
ship size, cargo vessel, sloop.
No, a sailing ship. So blood cells are known for their sailing vessels. Quite nice. It is Go ahead.
Sloop, galleon.
galleon.
Okay.
It's a big ship. So probably a crew of around 30 or so.
It's very small for a galleon, but makes sense. Have they ever gotten in trouble around here, or should we expect trouble from them?
Not that I am aware of. As far as I know, the leader of the fishing guild, Oscar something, has a very tight relationship with him, or at least has developed it. So they come with coin. The town provides raw resources. So they seem to be doing okay. The blood cells, aside from protecting themselves, their pirating is mostly exclusive to the Karnathi ships that find their way through the seas. So some sort of grudge from the war.
An interesting target, to be sure, and not an easy one, I imagine.
Yeah, as I said, they have some of the best ships in the sea. Some say Lyra and Dara themselves stole the designs. So
Impressive.
Yeah.
Just in the back, yeah. Telepathic link and all, Crowley's going to mention the crew size, and that Oscar at the Fishing Guild might know more. He seems to have a pretty high relationship with the blood sale that come to the port.
Yeah, all right. That's wonderful news. I guess let's go talk to him if your contact doesn't have more information, or...
Is there anything else we'd like to know?
What is like the total, like how many like blood sales are there total? Do they have like a fleet of 800 ships, like 5, or?
They seem to have. She did mention that she would have a difficult time guesstimating how much, but just that the one galleon comes here. Do you? And then he's going to speak to her. Do you know, perchance? What was I going to say? The Karnathi, they must have quite a sizable number of ships for their piracy. If you the whole fleet, would you say? I don't need accurate numbers here.
easily.
Carol will just
Probably.
immediately
If I had to guess, last known numbers. I mean, again, they are good at what they do and what they make. So I assume they are continuing to add numbers into their fleet as well. So
of course.
80.
80 ships. Yeah, backers mind. 80 ships. Frequently they target Karnathi ships. So imagine enough people to crew such vessels at all given times. Charlie will nod his head and slip another 2 gold. I appreciate that. If this keeps going, I might just have to keep winding about here.
So generous.
Carl will bow his head again and then make his way toward river and collect his tea and
He's got it sitting there steeping for you. Him and Kati are just sort of sitting at the bar itself, both of them with like some sort of steamed milk, looks like.
Delicious.
River just raises his teacup to you.
Yeah, I'll move back over to the party.
You said there was an Oscar at the docks. What was his name?
Oscar, part of the fishing guild. Head of the fishing guild, so I hear here in town.
All right.
So we're going to go talk to him then?
Yeah, he seems to be good friends with the pirates. He might even be a blood sale. Who knows? That's just me guessing, not what my contact told me. But they're pretty peaceful. Most of their attacks seem to be based upon Carnathi ships. A grudge, perhaps, so I'm told.
Noted.
And I always kind of never understood why the Carnathi didn't have a more superior naval force than they were. It seems like it would be pretty easy to have a bunch of undead folks getting from point A to point B with no food or water or having to, day shift, night shift kind of thing. Anyway, we're off topic. We have the work to do here.
Just march them along the bottom of the sea.
Armored rests and like leather gets fucked up.
Yeah, it's just true.
You're marching the army.
Ridiculous.
You can deliver stuff for them. Supply drops.
What? Let's go talk to Oscar. Or whatever the fuck
We're
his
in a
name
time
is.
frame. Let's go ahead and get moving.
You are just standing still, Milo. Come on.
Right.
The rest of us are already walking. Jeez.
Milo's just getting left behind, like, let's go, guys.
Why are you still standing back there?
You head off to the docks. There's a couple of longhouses on the docks themselves, or right off the docks rather. One of them is open currently, and you see a few of the guys working out there. You see 2 ships in the currently that are just docked here, and yeah, you guys see a couple of people. Looks like they're getting one of the ships ready, sort of in the middle of the dock, getting ready for a trip out somewhere.
Well, yeah, just go walk up and just start questioning. I'm looking for Oscar.
Oh, all right. Anyone seen Oscar? He just sort of screams out. He's over here. Right. You see, as you're walking up to where they point you over to, you see a guy, and as the wind's just sort of blowing off the ocean, it's super cold out here on the docks. So you see a guy that's just really bundled up in different layers and stuff, and a toboggan covering most of his head, and a scarf around his neck and stuff like that. So he's just sitting there. You see him like moving some so just some crates over and towards the ship itself. Hey, you're looking for me.
Hi, that I am. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Oscar, I hear you lead the fishing guild around these parts.
I do. Yeah. How can I help you?
Yes, you must know quite a bit. We were hoping to gain some understanding. I hear you're very knowledgeable on the blood sales in these parts. You have an understanding with them, at least.
I mean, as much as you can call it, I suppose. Here, take this from me.
As the doc, or
Yeah. Well, I mean, what do you want to know?
Well, basically, just how often they come into port and when we can next expect them. I hear they possibly do some trading in these parts.
Hey, they do. They come in here. They grab our timber, not tinder. I guess I suppose it could be timber and other resources of the sort, food, salt fish, all that sort of thing.
I'll get right to the point. I hear like they're some of the best in terms of seamanship in the area. And do they transport people as well as cargo?
I mean, yeah, that's what they say at least. I don't know many people that build a better ship. They come in with some of the nice. What do they bring people? Yeah, they have an entire crew that comes with them, helps them load stuff.
Well, I'm talking about transporting people from destination to destination as opposed to their own crew. I don't know how rowdy they might get around others, being so secretive and whatnot.
Not a typical thing, but they have brought some others that didn't seem parts of their normal crew here before. Yeah.
Oh, when was this?
It's been about 2 months, I suppose.
2 months. Okay. Well, we were just hoping in case we needed to catch some fare across the tide. You've been most helpful, Oscar. Back of his head, was saying this. Anything else? No. Yeah, no.
Muted can't.
Do you remember any people who might have had dealings with them while they are here, or maybe other folks that might interact with them, or anything besides, pirates like to go to, a lady house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Crowley is gonna slide Oscar 2 gold. I'm also looking to deal in business dealings with them, and I was hoping to know if there was anyone that did business with them on these sides of the shores. I don't want to have to compete with anyone, especially, and your insider knowledge would be very helpful in this regard.
I mean, we do business with them, and there's a
Well,
couple
aside
of
from you,
townsfolk that do for like what's the lad's name? He goes by Barney, I believe.
Barney.
Yeah. He does the timber for him. He also repairs our ships sometimes. A couple of other merchants around, giving them
Anyone
dry
from out
goods.
of town, perhaps?
Not really.
Not really.
Scatter's not really a destination location.
Sorry, I saw a question about a big purple dino. My apologies.
I'm not sure what that is.
Just don't worry about it. Better you don't worry about it. So you said Barney, he deals mostly with the lumber, and he's a shipwright then. Works on ships.
What? He's
a ship.
Indeed.
Yeah. Okay.
He's a bit of a handyman. He does it all.
And he's done work on their ships before?
Not on theirs, no.
No.
On ours. We hired him for them. He gives them timber.
I understand. Well, and he's the one they primarily deal with. There's no one else of note around here.
So, I mean, Katie has a pretty good relationship with him. I do. So they tend to go up to her services when they get in time for them. So
Fond of the services she hosts, I see.
I mean, as far as I know, they're all part of that blood
of Vol.
That's it. That one.
Well, you've been most helpful, Oscar. I appreciate you being so forthcoming, especially to some strangers at your port.
I don't mess with them. If that's your
No,
plan,
of course. No, there's no intention for stirring trouble. Perhaps we'll stop by again. I'm sure you have some tales about some of the best fishing spots in your area. You can give us some insider gleaming there.
Surely. I mean, it's the middle of knucklehead season right now, so if you want to, get your fishing poles ready, we can head out on a ship. I could always use the extra hands.
We'll keep it in mind. Thank you very much.
Of course.
Yeah, steal this man's secret fishing spots.
Hey, someone needs to know it somewhere. That's all I'm saying.
Important knowledge.
Yeah, Crowley's gonna turn around and move back. He was talking in between conversation, just letting them know about the different Barney, especially being another person of interest, etc. Shipwright does lumber with the the blood sail pirates. Some merchants, but no one in particular was brought up.
No particular close, intimate business relations.
I asked if there was anyone from out of town. Doesn't seem to be, especially recently. So it's got to be something in town, of course.
Right. I figure Edro came in with them and probably left with them again, or did magic.
It's possible he could hide his appearance easily. We could speak to Barney. I don't know how much information we can glean from a man selling lumber to the blood sale, but maybe he knows something.
Couldn't hurt.
Very well.
Where are you guys heading?
The lumber yard, I guess.
Is there a lumber yard?
There's no lumber yard.
We don't know where where Barney lives. Hey, Oscar.
Yeah.
Where's this Barney guy live?
Hell.
He just points. It's
So
a
like,
small
where
place.
might he be located? I don't know.
There's like a
And
stack
he
of lumber
takes-
somewhere.
Takes you down to the last longhouse on, if you're looking at the
Mhm.
village itself, to the right, and points through the alleyway. And he points at, if you're looking at your little map there, through 2 houses and at another house on the far side of town that you'll see is butted up sort of next to some trees and stuff.
I see. Is that one in that like top left corner? Is that what you're talking about?
Top right corner, yeah.
Top right corner. Okay. Oh, the one
Number
that is
2.
number 2. Okay.
Yes.
No, sick. Thanks. Appreciate it.
I
Yeah, he lives over there.
So we've
This is
gathered.
what- yeah.
Hey, let's go. Let's get this taken care of. Let's be efficient.
Is it the? It's just in the mine. Like, isn't that the place where where the dude who who painted the side of the church? Milo.
Sorry, I was muted.
I think so.
Oh, that's crazy.
All right.
Interesting.
Should we try to do this a little more forcefully? Like, all right, Barry, we know what the fuck you did. You're gonna tell us everything.
I don't know. I don't.
Oh, I disconnected. Stream, if you can hear me, I'm sorry.
Check
I
the
might be
X on
back
the-
soon. Here I am. Okay.
Oh no.
I missed y'all for a
Oh,
second.
the Matrix.
There he is.
Oh.
Matrix is gone.
Okay. What was said?
Nothing.
The last thing I heard is treat him a little bit more forcefully, and then it just stopped.
Whoa. More
Whoa.
If I'm being honest, I don't think that's the best course of action.
We'll be more charming, I believe.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
And as y'all are in the middle of that conversation, y'all are there because it's like 70 feet away.
sick.
You go ahead.
Knock, 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 or open.
Sure.
Hit him with
I'll
the
go
shave and a
through.
haircut.
You come up
Place,
to
yeah.
a relatively small house. You do see some logs on the side of the building itself, just sort of stacked neatly. It looks like they were somewhat recently drugged from the woods over towards here, but they are like stacked up neatly here. Knock on the door. Takes a couple of minutes, but eventually you hear some stirring inside. You have a guy answer. He's sort of a big human guy, and some looks like wrinkled and somewhat dirty work clothes. May have slept in them. Sort of wiping some sleep out of his eyes. Sort of 5 o'clock shadow going on. Time is morning to you.
Sorry to disturb you from your slumber. I had a couple of questions from, and I heard you were perhaps the best man to answer them.
Yeah, sure. You got a boat problem?
No, but we'll keep you in mind. What we're wondering is you do a lot of work for the Fisherman's Guild, correct?
Yeah, I mean, you could call it that.
We're something of a merchant group, and I heard you are the best person to go to procure, well, the only person to procure lumber around this side of, Skarn, of course.
Anybody could do it. I'm just the one that gets off their ass and goes and does it. So, what time is it? Shit. It's
I
overslept a bit.
named the time because I certainly don't know what time it is.
It's later in the morning.
About
It's
tree fitting.
Yeah, probably
Tree fitting.
11 approaching 12.
It's about 11.
Oh.
I was curious. I heard you deal quite a bit of lumber in these areas, especially to the blood sale. Yeah,
The blood sales.
Yeah.
yes, the blood sales. I wanted to lead off and say something different, but yes, the blood sales. How often, can I ask how much lumber you often trade with them?
As much as I can get together, really. They pay good coin for it, so I pull as much as I can.
And you deal with them quite frequently every time they're to port?
Try to. They fill my
I-
pockets. So,
Safe to say you have a good working relationship with them then, correct?
I mean, the whole town does, but yeah.
Oh, yes. I was wondering if you've perhaps seen any passengers come by lately. We were looking for a friend of ours that was supposed to meet us over here. I'm not sure if the blood sale frequently, have people booking passage across the sea, but have you seen anyone come into town
Sort of.
as of late, last month or so?
last month. No,
Indeed.
I think 2 months ago. Yeah, and you're friends with those guys. That's a weird
What?
sort.
Weird
So I
sort.
guess you're a weird sort.
We are.
They were a pretty weird sort.
The fuck?
Did they say anything, or out of curiosity, what made them look so weird? They seem perfectly normal to us.
There's a guy in full bone armor. So
Full bone armor. That is strange, isn't it? Don't usually bring that out.
Ceremonial.
yeah.
Did you perhaps, I'm not saying you were, anything, but did you see which direction they were heading? Because we were kind of hoping to keep a schedule, and I need to know where they went. I'm more than willing to pay you for your time, and obviously waking you up so late in the morning.
Right. I saw them. I mean, they were here with the blood cells for not too long, I guess. I think they just stayed the day and they went back with them as far as I know.
They went back with them? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Well, I apologize, sir, and I'm going to rummage into my, that 5 silver. It's like, buy yourself a good breakfast, sir. Probably something good to drink.
I'm not going to turn down coin.
Well, I did say I'd be, you being helpful would be rewarded, and I appreciate you taking your time and obviously taking time from your rest to let us know. Do you perchance know the next time? Did they say the next time they'd be coming by the blood sale?
Yeah, it's they try to come by pretty regularly, so we expect them in the next few days.
Of course. Well, once, as I said as well, if you deal with lumber, perhaps you'll hear from us again in the future. We're looking for a great deal of lumber as well, so thank you very much.
Sure. Happy to help.
Was there anything else back of head?
He said the whole town had like a really good working relationship with these guys. Like in what capacity?
Okay. Oh, and one more thing. You said the whole town. I understand that Oscar and the Fishermen's Guild would have a good relationship with them, and I understand you, obviously, and as well as the priestess from the Blood of Vol. But the whole town. What does the blood sale do for the rest of the town?
I mean, you've named half the town already.
Oh, that's true.
It's,
Is there anyone else of note that I'm missing here?
not that. No, I mean, I suppose you have to have a pretty good relationship with pirates for them not to come and just take what they want to when they rightly could, right? So
I understand completely. We're trying to make sure we also foster that sort of relationship.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
DM, while he's been sitting here going back and forth with Crowley, I just kind of want to just take a look at him, just see if he's actually just kind of tired and not interested in speaking to us, or does he seem wary or at all in this with this line of discussion or anything like that?
Sure, give me an insight check.
17.
17. You see some dark circles under his eyes. Looks like he's been up for, he was up pretty late last night, it seems. But other than that, it doesn't seem like he's growing tired with it, and he's just got 5 silver in his pocket, so.
Yeah. But like no general like edginess or anything about the topic. Just kind of sick.
Seems pretty forthright with it.
Does. All right.
Vandal.
The disgust on Milo's face beneath the helmet, I can feel it.
He's not actually angry. He is awkward as fuck, though. He's like, oh, there's a guy I spied on. Oh, shit.
Just
All of a
disgust.
sudden, Milo turns into Judge Dredd over here. Vandalism. Punishment.
Penalty.
2 years in the ISO cubes.
Milo's never committed vandalism of any kind.
There's nothing else.
Yeah,
not at all.
yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you
sure.
very much. You have a good day.
Yeah. Yeah, enjoy your day. And all that.
All right.
No. Off we walk back to the center of town, I imagine, which
Sure.
should be where they're.
Yep.
So,
Correct.
All right. Well, apparently, according to him, that's the town, gentlemen and lady.
yep. Sounds like they just do general business with people. Eatrel and whoever was with him came and went within the day. So presumably taking whoever he convinced to go along with him with him.
Right. Well,
It matches the story I believe we got from Oscar as well, like 2 months ago. Passengers came by last time.
right.
So,
Thanks.
story corroborates nicely.
Well, shit. That's right. I'd hoped we'd maybe found some more juicy information from that, but maybe they'll show up soon and we can start asking more difficult questions.
We can ask around if there are people who don't. I mean, he presumably was one of them, but maybe it would be worth asking around to see. I know Katya said that there are plenty within the village who do not particularly care for the blood of Vol, which means they probably also don't particularly care for the blood sales either, even if they don't voice it very publicly.
What were the name of those crime-fighting people in Sharn? Like the Dark Lanterns or something like that?
Oh, Dark
Yes.
Lamps, yeah,
Dark Lamps, okay.
those guys.
Crowley, could you just maybe disguise yourself as one of those and we could just gather the whole village up and be like, hey, I'm looking for information on all these people, and we could just be in the crowd and you do your thing or something like that? I don't know.
I think it'd have to be a little bit more subtle than that, and I don't even know if they'd respect the authority of
I was
the
about to
Dark
say.
Lancers here.
If we bribed them, which it wouldn't be that much money to bribe this whole village, they'd probably maybe give some information. And we're not, we're just trying to find information. We're not asking people to get sold bells.
Of course, but
This is
Could
also
we-
it'd be in a public place where they could be pointed at if they voice their opinions, if they say anything.
Sure.
So they're
Very
probably
true.
less likely to say if they think there may be retribution.
I think there's still more we can do within the confines of our group. We just need to look about it more, and obviously more questions will be solved once the blood sales get here.
Right.
And
We did clarify that Milo shared with the party, or did Milo share with the party that guy's identity, that was the house to vandalize, right?
does
I
no
think
one
so.
else think it's odd that he does so much business with the blood sales who do business with the individual or organization that he took the time to vandalize?
Yeah, I guess in the small town, beggars can't be choosers where they get their coin from.
Right.
But if he
Yes.
ever decides to venture outside of his house, we could perhaps send someone in, go and check. But
Yep.
he gets up late, so I have no idea how long that will take.
If he knows the blood sales are going to be coming soon. Did you say there was lumber and stuff that he had already had prepared outside of his house?
Mhm.
It may be worth going to take a look when he's trying to do business with the blood sales. He'll be busy for a bit. We can peek our heads in. He even if he hasn't gotten much sleep from the sounds of it, he wouldn't miss out on the opportunity to sell his lumber to them.
Like I've said before, it'll be easy to send in an inconspicuous eye.
If these
But-
blood cells get here and they don't give us the information we want, then he'll have plenty of business for lumber.
Oh,
But in the meantime, like I said, it may be worth doing if we can find some of the people who have more distaste for the church. They may know they may be more willing to share some of the less pleasant pieces of information about the blood sales. If there is any. They're pirates. I mean, there's got to be some.
It kind of seems like that guy would be the guy, right? If he was the vandal person.
Right, yeah, but he makes a shit ass load of money off of them.
yeah,
Sure.
he'd view them more favorably, at least
Or at least
if for no other reason than economical.
Right. He at least tolerates their presence, whereas others who maybe don't make quite as much coin off of them may be more willing to air their dirty laundry if there is any.
All we can do is ask. We just have to be careful because if we go prying too much and they do favor the blood sales, that might make things harder for us down the road.
Possibly. It's either that or we sit on our hands until the blood cells get here. Unless anybody else has any other ideas.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really have any other ideas unless we can figure out the way to get people to talk. We can just go door to door, you know.
Perhaps if we had a Knight of the Silver Flame wandering around, someone who dislikes the blood of all might be more willing to speak out. It's possible.
Also, people like there's a damn this caravan that's marked on this map. Is that like a little like marketplace kind of deal, or what is that exactly?
I mean, you guys are probably standing right by it at this point as you look over and you check it out. You see, like, they're knocking off some of the night snow from their tarps and stuff, but you see, like, potatoes and dark vegetables and, like, tubers and stuff, and they seem to be, like, opening up a little shop.
Is this a halfling caravan?
Do what?
Is this a halfling caravan?
You see a couple of halflings there. They're not exclusively halfling, but there are some halflings among them.
Okay.
Seems to be majority human and halfling.
It's not the tuba.
Farmer's market. Got it.
It's not, it is a
Essentially.
tuber though. That's what he just said. Gosh.
See, like, purple potatoes and stuff like that.
Right.
Oh, I mean, maybe in the more public forum, and I don't know. Yeah, if anybody could accurately, does anybody know what the fucking Paladin of the Silver Flame looks like? I don't. I have no idea. I guess we've seen one, Lucas. We know what Lucas looks like.
Yeah,
He's also
I
like a
mean,
cop.
You also
Like it's
went-
not
Right.
quite the same.
We got the good look at that guy before smashing his fucking head in. That's for sure.
I could accurately.
That other guy.
I
He's also a
imagine.
cop. Not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
I
imagine
trust the man.
Crowley would be able to easily facsimilate a identity.
Probably like white cloaks and bright silvery armor and stuff, and probably like flamey looking things.
It seems.
I know what a Knight of the Silver Flame looks like. It's just not as magnificent as you think, especially wandering out here.
We could do that. If we think that.
Damn,
maybe
I'm
they
sure
would be-
Lucas would take offense to that.
Well, Lucas
I mean-
can march his shiny ass out here.
Lucas was also a cop. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's the man. Man.
Kasha, can I get you to make a wisdom saving throw for me?
Oh shit.
No.
Fuck! Ah, shit.
All right, guys, pick a d20. We got the gold one, the liquid core one, or the blue one. Gandalin, choose.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Liquid core.
Oh, I said Gandalin already. Well, I'll just roll all of them and tell y'all the highest number.
Ah!
Yeah, 20.
Very
Not
nice.
joking. Thank you.
Yeah,
Glenn.
but which one?
I
It's,
got
I
you,
just rolled the
homie.
gold one. I only rolled the gold one.
See,
I'll take a picture.
I'm a golden god.
Brings your total to 27.
Oh, sorry. What is it?
Or
Wisdom?
20, 29.
25, 20, I think 9.
For us, yeah, for
Let
a
me-
second there.
Let me double check.
29.
Yeah.
Nice. Big number.
Noise.
Noise.
Take the picture quick. I'm gonna send it in the Facebook chat. I'm excited. Ding. Boop. Send.
Get wisdomed on whoever the fuck.
Okay, now what? Is that it? Is that all you needed from me?
Mhm.
That's sad.
For now.
Nobody's head explodes or anything.
But yeah, so which of those courses do we want to pursue, or both, I suppose, or neither?
I mean, yeah, we can just go around and ask everyone. I think if we can just get that over and done with, then we'll be satisfied and there not being any possible loose ends, I guess, right? We ask everyone in the town, which shouldn't take too long. Then we've asked everyone in the town. That's
We also know to skip the people that we saw up at the church earlier today. Because they are clearly cool with the blood of all.
Yeah. I mean, we can we can still ask them, right? It's not going just standard questions about Yidril, man in bone armor, all that kind of
Right.
stuff.
Sure.
I mean, who knows? One of the people in here might be like, an ex-Carnathi military sort, and be like, "Oh no, that's my cousin Dave. He's not with Yidril at all. He just comes down here. He's retired, but the bone armor doesn't come off, so it is what it is." Isn't that what
You
you
can
said? The
never-
bone armor doesn't come off?
Yeah, it
What-
doesn't.
what
Co-
the-
you don't really
You can
retire
never
either.
really retire.
Yeah, you don't really.
don't
You
know how
die.
it
You don't really.
Are you like a ticking time bomb? Is you
No,
have
you
like a
just
certain
don't-
fuse or something?
No, you just don't really quit. It's kind of a for life gig.
Sure. I'm not saying if the guy comes back, we shouldn't get all the information out of him. Even if he was just some guy named Bill, he probably knows some information about Yidril.
You're telling me Bill is a necromantic warrior?
A different Bill, obviously not my Bill. He's not a bone knight.
Maybe that's what you want us to think. I don't know. Bill could have many secrets.
Milo takes a
Anyway,
moment
yeah,
to
let's ask-
comprehend
let's
Bill
ask some of
the
these questions.
dinosaur wearing bone armor, commanding
That'd
necromantic
be
powers.
fucking badass. Petition to make Bill a bone knight.
Somatic components are hard.
He still has hands. They're just little. He can still do them.
Exactly. Especially-
Halflings and gnomes can still perform somatic components, and they got little hands.
Right, but they're not like their elbow isn't attached to their shoulder. It's not like multi-jointed arms.
It's fine.
Where are
I'm
you
sure.
guys heading to?
Damn, Jones, you sounding like a hater right now.
I don't know. So, do we just want to go ask some questions around this little market?
March
Yeah.
Since it's
Sure.
midday, so there's people should start rolling up here before too long. I
Sounds
imagine.
good to me.
Sick.
Get a couple of people. You see like a dark-haired woman with her hair tied back, sort of setting up some like tent poles under these things that like hold the snow and make sure they're not falling on top of their stuff, and then just settling some baskets full of stuff. Though it looks like you see her moving several empty baskets. It seems like they've been here for a while trying to sell what they have. As they're setting these up, I hate you all so much. Just so you know. But you all walk up to her. You just well, hello. We are open. Feel free to peruse and let me know if you would like anything.
Peruse away.
Okay. Give me a knowledge nature check.
Oh God. I
Okay.
got you. Yeet. 0.
Huh?
I don't believe this is actually a vegetable.
You don't believe they're actually a vegetable because they used to feed you these in the Carnathi army.
Mm. Side eye, the lady tending the stall.
What was it?
I don't know. I rolled
Archie
a
and you look
natural
over,
1
it's just
for a total of 0.
Just a purple potato.
Is there something wrong? I'll say to the mental link, is there something wrong with those potatoes?
Something very wrong with these potatoes.
Do they
Not
appear?
potatoes.
Do they appear wrong to Milo?
Wrong how?
Do they seem abnormal in any way?
They seem like potatoes.
Yeah, do they
Be-
just
do
form a
not be
mouth and
fooled.
bite
What?
back?
What's
Do
what's
not
the
be
problem,
fooled.
Gandalf?
Don't be fooled. This no person in their right mind classify this as food.
Milo
Sorry,
thinks
what-
back to luxurious Sharnite potato-based meals.
Potatoes are great. What are you
Sharnite.
talking about?
Sharnassi.
Whoa. Calm down. You went to college, sir.
God damn it.
Yeah, Milo's thinking about like delicious potato things. Like,
What's wrong with potatoes?
Jones, out of curiosity, do any of us recognize this woman as having been one of the people that attended the church service earlier?
She doesn't look familiar. There was a total of like 10 people in there.
Yeah, I figured there weren't very
Between
many.
the lot
But
of you, you could do a quick mental check of, does she seem familiar? No, she does not.
sick. Okay. We are just curious, passing through here and stuff.
Sure.
We know they like the blood sales come through pretty frequently, and we had somebody that we knew was going to be coming through with them at some point. It might have been about 2 months ago. Does that sound familiar? Somebody who was with them that wasn't normally?
I'm sorry, we haven't been here that long. We have just
Oh shit.
made it up here for
Oh.
got snowed in probably a few weeks ago. A very bad blizzard came through, so we have
Oh.
decided to set up a
Gotcha. I
caravan
see.
here. Yes.
I see. The blood sales been through since you've been here?
No, not that I don't know what the blood sale is. I'm sorry.
Oh shit. Well, my bad. Sorry for bothering you.
This is okay.
Insight check.
Sure. Roll it.
Natural one.
Killing it.
Seems to be telling the truth.
Nice.
Goran, can I get
Totally
you to
is.
roll a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Oh shit. That's not
Fuck.
good.
I'm
Shit.
not allowed to.
Bitch. Guys, this does not bode well. This is a lot of saving throws.
We're being screened upon.
Screed.
Skeet.
I'm guessing that I can't use Flash of Genius on things that I don't know are happening.
21.
Nice. Cheeky little 21.
Cheeky little
Cheeky
21, eh?
A cheeky
Imagine-
little 21.
Guy on the other side's hitting his TV like, God, why can't I get service? What's going on here?
Point the bunny ears in different directions. You gotta the antenna. It's percussive maintenance, It's a thing. Are there people that are not running the stall that are around here? These stalls that are around?
Not very close. They're just getting opened. So
Interesting.
Yep.
Well, hell, in the mental leak, I don't know. I don't know how best to go around asking people these questions. It's not really my forte.
Right, yeah, I'm not a really big. I'll just tell people how it is. Where I need the information. Give it to me if you have it, and then try to see if they're lying to me.
Yep. Corelli, do you have any better thoughts on how to go about asking these people this stuff?
Just being very careful with who we ask. It's not exactly something we can.
There's 30 people in this whole town.
Not exactly something we can hide what we're asking about. Maybe Crowley can come up with something, but subterfuge is not exactly my strong point.
Perhaps some subtlety.
I mean, yeah, because our goal is to see if there's anybody who has enough distaste for these guys to share anything with us, and for them to trust us enough to share that information with us.
Crowley will rub his hand over his cloak and shake it slightly, and with his illusion magics, a symbol of the silver flame will appear on the side.
Okay.
Just big enough that someone could be double take. They they can see it.
Okay. Yeah.
Like so. Certainly, if someone dislikes the blood of Vol, they will know the silver flame.
That
For
makes
now.
sense to me.
All right, yeah, let's do it. I guess door to door at this point, or
We can move around and mingle a little bit, let everyone, see us for as much time as necessary, and then go door to door, perhaps.
all right.
I'll just do another circuit around the market, question the stalls, to see oh yeah, what's this? What's that?
Yeah, absolutely. Going around, that they are more than willing and super happy to help you out and decide on anything. And the prices they're charging, these are clearly people that just travel and do this for a living. They're selling a pound for just a few copper. So
Oh,
Get a pound of those tubers for copper or 2.
Of course, yes. Let me get a sack for you. Shoot. Piles it up, knots it off, hands it to you. That'll
I
be
take it.
3 copper for the.
All right. 3 copper is paid.
Okay.
And as we move away, just hand it to Koshik for the bag holding.
Okay.
Cooking
now
ingredients
we
for
got
later.
food.
I put the potatoes in the bag.
You have a pound of potatoes. First, you put the potatoes in the bag.
You know,
I-
I'll rearrange my statement. If we could perhaps, if I'm going around and I see enough ingredients to formulate whatever the equivalent of shepherd's pie is, I buy it.
Ooh.
You won't find carrots, potatoes, easy enough. You won't find meat here. They won't have any sort of meat if you like.
That's
Vegan
fine.
shepherd's
No
pie.
fish. We can have fish shepherd's pie. We got fisherman's pie.
That does not sound good. That sounds gross, actually.
You got
Salmon pie.
potatoes. At that point, just have
I mean-
some fish and chips type thing.
I mean, you can make it work.
Okay.
God damn, that fucking
Yeah, you know,
exclamation from the
just,
next
you know,
room.
I'm trying to
remember,
put
if
potatoes
it's-
in my inventory, but it's not working.
If it's beef, it's cottage pie. Just remember that. Shepherd's
Lamb,
pie is
right?
lamb. Yes, thank you.
Shit.
Very good, Koshik. I'm proud of you.
On my like whole life. That's crazy.
I've been spending a little bit of time with Erish in the kitchen.
Let's see. All right.
All right, very well then. Once we're done here, we can just start moving around the rest of the village or whatnot.
Sure. You're just gonna
Let
kind
the
of go to
word
the
permeate.
one of the
Yeah.
like residences, or
Honestly, I'm just trying to make as big, like, wherever people are crossing and moving, just make sure like this symbol is brightly visible, etc.
yeah, it's not a very busy town. Like, you don't have a whole bunch of people moving. The people that you do are mostly like either going to the dock or like going back home for lunch or something like that. It's cold as shit outside, and people are just kind of staying to
Yeah.
themselves right now. So
I agree. Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm used to, like, perhaps saying, like, hiding in a crowd. So I'm doing the opposite, being as visible as possible
gotcha.
without the crowd.
Give me a charisma check. Just
All
charisma
right.
roll.
Just a straight crit. I almost tried to roll and Twitch chat. All right. What do we got here? Oh, no, I'm looking. 16.
Okay. All right. You get a couple of people that just give you nods and stuff like that, but that's about the only real acknowledgement.
Right.
Gorham, as you guys turn to leave this area from the market, you turn around and there's about a fist-sized metallic ball in front of you. Just sort of suspended in air.
Do we all see it or just Crowley?
Gorham sees it.
Gorham.
Oh, Gorham sees it.
Yeah, Gorham.
Do we all see it or just Gorham?
Just Gorham.
He's got this.
Gorham. His brand.
It's just floating there.
Just floating in the middle of the air. It's like a highly reflective, like maybe platinum or something like that, but it's just floating there in the air.
I'm gonna poke it.
You go to poke it, your finger doesn't interact with it.
Do we see Gorham
Does
just
it-
poking at the air?
Does anybody else see this?
Do what?
No,
See-
I
see
see
what?
nothing.
Look around.
What do you see, Gorham?
See nothing.
What do you
There's a-
dwarf I see?
Not much. There's a bowl. Some kind of metal sphere.
Where? I'm just gonna like swat my hand through where he's indicating in the air.
Nothing.
Doesn't
Does
feel-
the idea of this sound familiar?
Am I being cried upon?
Magical eyes.
Milo will
Shing, shing.
fiddle with the settings on his mask and cast see invisibility.
Okay. Using a spell slot?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Can I
Um,
knowledge arcana?
You cast see invisibility, and then as soon as the goggles like readjust, and that second layer of lenses is flicked down. You see what Gorham described right there in front of you.
Oh, geez. Yeah, it's there, all right.
Would Milo, with a knowledge arcana check, be able to figure out what this thing is?
Sure.
Do.
Would Koshik have any knowledge of what?
That is a 25.
She can't see it, but describing it, if Koshik would like to roll an Arcana check, she certainly can.
Yeah,
Oh,
I asked.
Yeah.
I don't know. if
Mine
they
was a
did.
25, so
18 plus whatever my thing is. Hold on, let me check. Kana. Just 18.
18. Okay. Since someone make a noise.
Oh!
Koshik, you have the spell with a 25. You've definitely heard of it. This is a sensor, Milo. This is used to see and or listen in to people.
1 second. I'm double checking the mechanics on something real quick.
Get that shit out of here and spell. Get the fuck out of here.
We're being spied on.
Oh, fuck.
Course, yeah.
Is there any way to tell by who? Aside from, like, assumptions.
No, but I can try and get rid of it. No promises, though.
Oh, that'd be sick. Yeah.
I'm gonna try and dispel it.
Okay. What level are you casting Dispel at?
3rd, because I only have up to 4th level slots anyway.
Okay. Roll the d20 for me.
Do you add anything to the dice roll, or do you just take the roll? I've never actually used Dispel Magic before.
I'm adding it for you. You're good. You said you rolled a 14.
Yeah, on the dice.
Okay. All right. You reach your hand out, cast the spell magic. The orb just fades away. Gorham, you see the same thing?
Did it work?
I think so.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's
Milo's like looking all around with see invisibility still active,
Mhm.
making sure there's no other sneaky things. Clearly, like audibly and visibly shaken at being spied on.
Well,
We knew we were going to be spied on.
we knew this would happen.
yeah. Doesn't make it less discomforting.
Not much to be done about it, so.
We should make sure to try and talk in our heads more frequently. And if Gorham, if you can see these things when they happen, maybe we should have like a code word or something like that, so that if you say something, like we'll know that, okay, shit, we're being spied on. Like, keep it cool. Maybe we could give them some false information or something like that and discuss it mentally, since they probably can't hear mental things, right? So I don't know if you're like, I'd like a boiled pickle right about now, or something like that means we're being spied on.
It sounds disgusting.
Well, yeah, of course it sounds disgusting. You don't want to be like, boy, I sure would like to have some meat, because that would be something that would be said all the time, right? Or potentially said all the time.
I'd rather have a fried pickle.
Right, but
No
Yeah, I
one's
get
gonna
it.
believe anyone is asking for a boiled pickle, Artyom.
Yeah, that sounds suspicious.
Perhaps you should say you're fond of elves, and that'd be the best possible.
That sounds very
Keyword.
suspicious.
it's super suspicious.
You working for? Are you spying on us?
That's you. It's Crowley. the
Well, I
mall.
would know for sure you were lying if you said that. So
What about
Oh no, they're spying on us. All right. Well, what are we
Uh,
doing now?
I know. How about this?
That's
That
pretty
last-
good, Gordon. That's a good idea. That's a
Yeah.
good one.
How about that last meal Erish cooked wasn't too good?
Yeah, no one would ever believe that.
Poor
You're right.
Irish. But nobody else knows Irish, so that's who they would.
None of
that's
us would ever
suspicious.
believe that.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, exactly.
I think it's a good,
Very
passable
vain.
conversation starter.
Good idea. I like that one.
agreed.
Only those of us will understand. that
Real
that's
ones
bullshit.
know. Real ones know.
Real ones
Yeah,
know. The realist, as it were. All right. So, out of curiosity, DM, as we've kind of been walking around and Crowley's been, clearly displaying this symbol, the silver flame. Does it look like anybody's had any particular like interest or anything? Like, does it seem to have caught anybody's attention in like making note of?
You see a couple of people like stop and just acknowledge Crowley, but it seems to be more of just Crowley's presence more so than any sort of symbology on him. Doesn't seem like there's any strong reaction to the silver badge of the silver flame.
Gotcha. Well, shit. This would be a lot easier if it wasn't so fucking cold.
Is it about lunchtime, would you say, DM?
Yeah, it's approaching
Perhaps
lunchtime.
we should go to Rivers. I'm sure there'll be more traffic there trying to get warm and get food.
Sure.
It'll at least present another area.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
To the yawning yeti.
Back to the yawning yeti. Warm.
Jan Yossi.
I hate it here. It's starting to pick up a little bit. There you see a couple of fishermen from the docks there. But I will say y'all saw just sort of going by there. The fishing guild did have like a dining area, seemed like, for their fishermen there set up. But again, it's picked up a little. There's like, a couple of people in here. You see amongst the crowd, group of maybe 5 to 6 fishermen or so. You see, actually, see if you you see like an older woman that's coming in and taking a seat by herself, sort of crotchety looking, like a big hump in the back and sort of just covered up. But that's about it.
Okay, what's for
I wanna go
lunch? What's the
home.
lunch special?
Looks a lot of the same stuff that you had last night. Doesn't look like there's a lot of variety.
Some warm stew is variety enough.
It's like River's doing the best with what he's got in a snowed in Wintertown. Snowed in if you don't have access to 6th level wind magic, I suppose.
Yeah, we'll take the tuber stew with thick cut bacon.
Very well.
Oh, good lord.
River will serve you guys lunch.
See, when we find out Gandalf hates potatoes, I'm just going to assume it's because Gandalf was just eating raw potatoes and not cooking in any variety, shape, or form.
Hey, you think they served us cooked potatoes? Fool.
No, I don't. So
Milo
They were
has-
like frozen,
Milo
solid.
has already made the decision to take him to like a good restaurant
go.
that sells potatoes
These
next
are not
time y'all are in
potatoes.
Shine.
These aren't potatoes. What are you talking about? I've never seen a potato like this in my life.
Well, you
Well,
know
need
they
a fire
have
first.
they have purple carrots too, and white carrots.
Milo's gonna take out his notebook and start sketching out some blueprints while he eats.
Okay, I don't believe you.
Yeah, Crowley's going to make sure whatever seat he takes faces the door, etc. Whatever's most focal on him.
Okay.
Social ruler. They come in here, they'll look this way, blah, blah, blah.
Sure. You got someone make a noise.
Oh,
Ah!
I had, anyways. The dining area is off to the left of the bar, which is where everybody sort of comes in. Anyways, but you can absolutely position yourself to where you are, you're front and center. Easily enough.
And I assume the bard's just still strumming along.
Quietly providing some ambiance. A couple of moments, eating in here and eating your lunch, you do see Barney end up coming in here, little bit more presentable, barely, but he's coming in. Seems to have like some gold chain around his neck that's just a little bit too tight, that you didn't see this morning. But it's a little bit too tight, and you see like a tiny little charm on it.
Can we tell the charm from here or any sort?
Give a perception check. A little bit hard to see it from here, but
Could I also roll a check for that?
Sure.
Because that would be quite interesting. Fuck. 17.
17.
That's nat 20
There you
for a
go.
total of 25.
Nice. Yeah. Carly, I say you can pick it out as you're sort of watching him come in. It sees you all in the group, gives you a nod as you see him. It doesn't like fall out. It is literally just like around his thick neck.
Like a
You see
choker? Is that like what is like a
Almo-
golden
it's-
choker?
It's almost like a choker. It seems like it is way too small for him. And you see a symbol of Dolora on it, like a tiny little charm of Dolora.
Can I motion him to come join us at the table whenever he gets his food? He can come sit and eat with us.
Sure.
That's a symbol of Dolora around his neck.
Sort of
Interesting.
gives you a nod, confused look, and gives Rotor a nod, grabs some food and whatnot, and comes sitting over with you.
Crowley's going to
Maybe
turn to the
small.
side when he comes over and switch that symbol to a symbol of Dolora.
Okay. Someone make a noise.
I could slide a hand
Ah!
in if you want.
I'm trying to see if he noticed whenever he first saw you guys in here.
So see if he saw the silver flame.
Right. He pulls up a chair. Good to see you again, I suppose. I'll take
guess.
the company, I guess.
You're
Good to
looking-
see you awake.
Yeah.
You present quite the I'm sorry, you're quite the presentable figure when you're not waking up in the morning, at late in the morning.
Kind of looks down at his roughed up. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. So, all the questioning this morning, I'm sorry I wasn't very friendly. Where are you? I don't think I got anybody's name. Where are you guys coming in from? And you're interested in everything, actually.
Just about.
Okay, awesome.
We're traveling merchants. We're looking to figure out what we can about a small town, see if we can get any business opportunities and the like.
Give me a deception check, Crowley.
While he's doing this, I'm just probably going to like in the middle of like my side of the table, just doing the ritual recasting for for the group chat. Like, don't worry about me.
somatic components or verbal components?
I'm not sure if rituals have somatic components. If they do, I'm giving them.
Verbal and somatic if it requires
No,
it.
no, 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 no. He's over there doing the Macarena.
Let's see.
What's he
It's
doing?
like, get it, RTM, get it, RTM, let's go.
I would
15 plus 13, 28.
Okay, you rolled a natural
Okay.
1.
Jesus
He just
Christ.
goes, that makes sense to me. Yeah. Okay.
It's electric.
Milo's not helping anyone do anything because he's wrapped up.
Crowley's going to like do a double take. He's like, is that symbol of Dolora around your neck?
Yeah.
Are you?
No,
Do you practice? No.
I'm
no?
not very religious.
I was going to say it must be quite difficult to practice, especially in town Blood of Vol. Yeah.
I mean, they keep to themselves for the most part. Weird, if you ask me, but who am I to stand in judgment?
Of course. It's very.
check.
Yeah, I mean, yes. Also,
Like,
inside check.
Insight check.
Roll
Because
it.
we know he vandalized.
I'm just gonna
their
kind of,
church.
I'm gonna kind of lean into him and be like, between you and me, I think they're a bunch of freaks.
16.
16.
Yeah.
I'm here trying not to rock the boat. I also wanted to roll an insight if that was fine.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm just looking. I rolled a 13 plus, I think, 3, so 16.
Gotcha. Seems to be telling the
Big
truth.
16s.
Oh, well, you do great credit to your to Dillara, certainly, especially being so understanding.
Does he fit the physical description that Milo's drone saw the other night? Like the build?
Milo's drone saw a humanoid figure in the
Yeah,
dark,
I mean,
sort of
like
wrapped from head to toe.
size wise. Like you said, this is a big dude.
He's bigger. His Kestrel was 60 feet in the air.
Wait, was this Kestrel or was it drone? I saw.
This is Kestrel.
Kestrel going
This is
over the
Kestrel.
town. Right.
Fuck ass Kestrel.
Perhaps you'll share more of your wisdom. Is there anyone else that practices that doesn't do the blood of Vol here? Or I thought being such a small community, surely everyone would be blood of Vol.
Nah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not big into religion. It's not something that I really ask somebody. So.
No offense, of course. I beg your pardon if it's too prying.
I don't take any. It's my wife that was mostly into this. So.
Your wife is
Passed.
Apologize. I hope she is at peace. Was it sickness?
Last winter.
Shame. I too am a widower. I can understand your pain.
Yeah. Kids?
Once.
I got one.
Still alive, hopefully, yes. Did she what?
He. And he's a handful.
Is she still in town then? Is he still? Well, I can understand you. You're grunting, and I think that trigger's blocking your airflow. But
People
not to be throwing around. I'm speaking from behind a mask, so let's just both agree we're to disagree here. But
Why'd you say?
Yeah.
He is a handful. Does he still live in town?
Yeah. He's not young, not old enough to go out on the seas or wherever else he wants to go right now.
I see a little hellion.
Coming up on 16, unfortunately.
Well, children will always be a handful. Does he? And he lives with you, of course. Does he help with the lumber?
He'll hold a tool.
Probably is gonna side mask Milo and Candle and just look over there, glance briefly before looking back to this gentleman.
What?
I'm sure Milo will understand.
What the fuck do you mean?
Just get a.
What? I'm working on something.
He has no idea what you're talking about. He was very.
Did you recast the spell?
No, he's using message, so you can respond to me.
Yeah, the child then was the vandalizer, perhaps.
Oh, there's a child?
Yes, 16-year-old boy. His son.
The group chat's still going. I'm just getting the recast.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was wondering if you needed to recast or whatever. That's what I was asking. Anyway, still talking because I'm not going to let this whole stand around in silence thing stop me. So do you have? Are you going to be busy today then? With the blood sale pirates coming by, I'm sure you have quite a large order to fulfill.
Yeah, I'll probably be still shaking off the sleep. Sorry, probably be busy for a bit getting the lumber down there. Be a big order to fulfill, but once I get it down there, I'm just gonna leave them, let them take the rest. Take it the rest of the way. That is.
Would you like a hand taking it down? I'd be more than happy to help you.
You need pay?
I don't.
I'll take free help.
If you guys don't want to help, y'all can just sit and watch me carry wood.
Well, you did volunteer, so I figured.
I volunteered my own services.
I would hate
Yeah.
to rob you of your sense of accomplishment. Like,
Koshik was
Yeah.
close to a gun show.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
You have to get Milo's attention again. He's back doing what he was doing.
We can arrange some help, of course.
Yeah.
Especially since we were so
Definitely happy to.
impolite as to visit you so while you were sleeping.
It's fair enough.
Mans was about to say so early when it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
I like doing that. I like just going like, so waking you from your sleep.
So sorry about that.
So you're waiting on the blood cells then?
Yes, we
For
are.
a business opportunity?
Yes.
You dealt with them before?
No, actually, this is our first time. We have never been so close to an area that dealt with the blood sale. Certainly not in Karnath. We don't go that far.
Okay.
Though some of our company may call it home. I myself and most of us, we stay to the side of the continent.
Right. I mean, I don't know what sort of. I mean, maybe you guys can talk them into some sort of business arrangement. My opinion, I think he's just got it. I think he's just sweet on Katie, but
Oh yes.
that's what I think. Captain that comes here, he's always the one that shows up. There's never it's always him. So, guy, what's the guy's name? Dario.
Well, between you and me, I think perhaps Katie is just as eager. She was willing to wait by the dock, so I hear.
Yeah. So you see where I'm coming from.
I see what you're pitching.
Sounds like if we're getting good with Katie, I'll call her Katie. Sounds like if we're getting good with Katie, we're getting good with him as well.
What a shrimp.
Nice. Elf.
Well,
Oh god. Interesting.
So,
I'm gonna assume in these silent times,
Nom, nom, nom,
everyone's
nom.
eating
no.
to make it a little less fun.
Yeah, just a little. Well,
surely.
manners maketh man. I was like, well, perhaps we'll see each other tonight. Then, will your son be coming out to eat at the tavern, or will you be partaking in dinner at your home?
When they typically have the Fisherman's Guild, Oscar and them usually have some sort of dinner and party-ish type of thing down there at the docks for them. So they'll probably be sitting down there and probably have dinner with them.
Excellent.
I don't know what the kid will be doing. Kids will be kids.
You could probably employ him to help us take the wood down, yeah? Be a little bit faster than just me and you.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about it. I'll get a couple of those old fishermen out there. They ain't got nothing better to do. I mean, if you're helping, I'm not going to turn it down. That kite, he looks at your... He let's see.
Like
With a 5 on
stick
his
arms.
with a 5 on his deception check, he says, I don't want to get your nice cape messed up. Sort of saying it before he realized that it was a like Batwing-esque cape.
He doesn't like it.
It's just weird.
Got the big old ears. Sticking out.
Big floppy ears.
As a bard, I know what's in fashion, and it's not that.
He doesn't
Oh!
like it.
You have
That's
the
what
entire
it's
like
for.
group decked out in like things appropriate for their class and stuff, and then you got someone in the bat onesie in the back.
It's a cloak.
He's
Yeah,
now made
ev-
me self-conscious.
Ever since she added the ears to the hood, I'm just imagining one of those big baggy onesies.
I'm just gonna kind of grasp at the cloak and just like. That's just my response to something.
The same.
I'm coming to help. I don't care what he wants.
He sort of finishes up his stew. Well, it's nice to meet you, I suppose. No one's given me their name yet, so I'm not gonna press you on that.
Oh, terribly rude of us. I am Crowley. It's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. We were so focused on the business end of that. Oh my god. Anyway, we're so focused on the business end of things, and you forgive us if that was pressing on our mind. One doesn't usually travel this far up into the cold for social reasons.
I try not to be too judgmental, but as he stands up, he says, "Your cloak is very nice." Stands up from the
Thank you.
table.
Onesie.
I'll see you around. Call it, well, whenever they get in, I'll probably start the work here in just an hour or so.
All right.
All right,
I'll see you then.
walks out.
So his kid is totally the vandal, yeah. Like, yeah,
Yes, and
yeah,
that's,
we're,
why,
Yes.
we're clear on that.
that's why I was giving you the look earlier.
Oh, okay. I can't really tell. You don't. The facial expressions, they don't happen with the mask. You just kind of like turn towards me for a second and then turn back away. I wasn't
You-
sure what was
You
going
mean like
on.
this? Like the smile he turns, it's a frown.
Yeah, nope. Still
It's-
difficult to
it's-
read.
Yeah, it still doesn't. It doesn't convey
It's a
much.
sleight of hand. Don't worry.
It's very like the bare minimum.
I'll work on getting more expressions for you.
All right.
Or
Anyway,
maybe you can draw them. You're an accomplished artist.
sure, I'll do my best. Make you like some nice wooden masks with like facial details.
Or just imagine Gainwin like blushing up the cheeks and putting an uwu face on it.
Oh,
Ew,
ew, ew.
Ooh,
Oh, god damn it. But yeah, so all right, so I mean that's like kind of our like one lead on somebody who really doesn't like them very much, or at least really doesn't like the Blood of Vol is, what do you say, a 15-year-old?
16.
16-year-old.
Almost
Great.
16. He is still 15.
Oh great. Male Madison. Awesome.
Yeah, male mask. Crowley's gonna just raise his
Love
hand
it.
and just brush, and then the illusion for the symbol's just gonna disappear.
So well, our potentially best source of information is a kid.
Artyom finally finishes casting the spell.
Better
It's like,
than
yeah,
nothing.
God, did someone? Why would you guys not ask him about the vandalism? Just outright, just get it out of the way. I'm just going to go immediately ask this kid anyway, right?
I didn't want to ask, just out in the middle of the tavern, and I'll ask him when Koshik's moving his wood for him.
I'm not gonna lie. I have a feeling the kid probably keeps this a secret from his dad.
Also,
I don't
good
think
point.
his dad knows much of anything about it.
Right. Which is a good negotiating platform to work from, Artyom.
Sure.
Yep.
Let's go find that kid then, right?
Certainly.
Dude, just,
I don't think we need to find him
I
right
just-
now.
he's probably at home where his
Yeah,
dad's probably still gonna be
certainly,
there.
yeah, we've certainly got time because they're going to be transporting eventually and getting.
In about an hour is when we're going to start moving the wood, and if you guys come with me, it'll probably be nearby his home. I don't know what kind of host he'd be, but perhaps you'd be able to have an opportunity to speak to his son then.
Surreptitiously or otherwise. Thumbs up.
Agreed.
What does that word mean, Gadwin?
Not quite sure.
Right.
I just imagine Gandalin thinks like surreptitiously is like, kind of like a viscous liquid, like a syrupy kind of liquid is surreptitious.
I was just kind of hoping nobody would say anything and just all just kind of go with it. So
Sorry.
this
I
is
don't know what that
banking-
word means either. So
I was,
apologies.
yeah, I was banking on nobody wanting to admit they didn't know, so we could all just go and like everybody would be like, yeah, we are real smart. Of course, we all know what that word means, but it
It
kind of that
means-
fell apart.
Like intentionally inconspicuous.
Well, see, I was using it right anyway, so cool.
So you know
what a coincidence! Yeah, now I know what that word means. Awesome. Now, if I will remember, totally different ball game, but for the moment.
Okay.
I have no idea how to spell it though, so that's a separate problem all by itself.
SYRUP.
Syrup?
That's what I was saying.
TISHISLY.
surreptitiously.
What was the
Next
plan?
time we're-
Remind me what the plan here is again. I forgot.
When I'm moving
Pancake?
wood, they're gonna surreptitiously talk to his son.
Okay, all right.
Planet
I don't-
pancakes.
Arsenal's just like,
Target
yeah,
child.
okay. We're doing things very quickly, and now we're going to waste time waiting on asking the 15-year-old questions sneakily.
It's the only lead that we've got, and what else do you want us to do in this
And
situation?
he's probably not gonna say anything in front of his fucking dad.
Alright.
Just go take him away from his dad to talk to him privately.
I'm sure that will go perfectly.
The
Yes.
child. I don't think a group kidnapping a child would be.
Well, no, I don't mean forcefully. You open the door and say, "Hey, fuckface, I know about your vandalism thing. Let's go have some talks about it real quick." In
And
his head, so he can't. Dad overhears.
I'm still failing to see how that would work.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure his dad would go, "That's really fucking weird." No.
Are we the kidnappers all along?
Yeah, like that's what the fuck. Why are we trying to get? This was our very first mission objective was stop the kidnapping.
Do we have anything else that we can handle in the meantime?
What? Why is
Is there
that
any
weird?
authority in this town? Have you talked to anybody?
Yeah, they got cops. Got like a sheriff.
Haven't seen any
I'm-
guards.
I'm gonna go rock up to River and ask him. I got something to ask him.
Yeah.
Wait, River.
Oh, yes, sir.
Who's the law around here?
Not much.
Sheriff.
Yeah. Kind of a town council sort of deal. Not a lot of. We don't have like a god necessarily. Or sheriff.
I don't have a god.
Just over the group
Seriously.
chat. This is perfect.
Who is on the council?
Who shows up that week? I say week. It's more of a every other month or so kind of thing. Everybody's just kind of doing their own thing. Not a
Town
lot
is
of
a
people
lawless
causing trouble
land.
around here.
This is a lawless land.
Welcome to Pirate World.
Woo! I fucking love it here. Let's
thought that
never
was one day.
leave. Let's
Like-
never leave.
All right. Well, you're technically part of the council then, right?
I try to show up,
So you're as much authority as anyone else.
surely.
Love this.
Ask him what the fine for kidnapping is.
Oh, I'm not gonna do that. We're not gonna kidnap somebody.
Yeah, we're not
Archie?
just abducting this
Can't?
kid, you fucking weirdo. Jesus Christ.
Hey,
Oh
I
my
know.
God.
Hail Sithis.
Hell, sit this.
That's murder. That's not even kidnapping. We're not killing this kid either. What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
I don't think we should try to make any more enemies. Artyom.
Are you gonna throw rocks at us? I'm very worried.
River just sort of pulls his glasses down a little bit further on his nose, peers like icy blue eyes at you. That's something I can help you with, then.
I don't know, to be honest with you. Look, I'm gonna quit beating around the bush. You ever seen an elf with one hand? Half elf with one hand?
Half elf with one hand. No
Kinda
regulars.
crazy.
What?
He's kind of crazy. Not right in the head.
Right. It's yes, actually,
When?
a couple of months ago, sailed in with some of the blood sales earlier.
Ah. All right, thanks.
All right.
Confirmed. We
Yeah,
needed
for
any
sure.
more confirmation. That's it. That's the confirmation.
All right. so-
Anybody can have only one
No.
hand.
Like, you have one hand, you're in the book now. You better hope none of you
God damn.
have a hand.
Carl
have
was like, no, yeah.
Skywalker's in the book.
Yeah, well, they gotta have 20 years.
What if Koshik's ever loses a hand?
Well,
I'm in the book.
you better keep acting sane.
I'll keep an eye on my hands.
Keep
So-
goalposting this so y'all end up in the book.
Right.
I'm already a half elf.
Anyway.
I'm one step away from being in the book.
Oh god. All right.
Um,
So yes.
He was addressing River, so if y'all are having this
yeah.
conversation, y'all may
We-
continue.
What are you saying, River?
So with such a small village, I doubt you have much of a market presence, but do you get mercantile vessels of whatever legitimacy? That's not really important.
I'm not sure what to take that as, but yes, there are ships that come in every now and again and fill up the tavern sometimes. More active in the summer months, as you can imagine.
I see. We haven't been anywhere with a large market in a while. I was thinking about resupplying.
I mean, you'll have to go out into the principalities proper to probably to find a decent market somewhere, though. You probably want to have someone from the principalities. Go sailing out there on your own accord, and well, you're putting yourself and your safety in danger.
Right. Thank you for the guidance.
Surely.
Still just kind of like jotting things down.
Okay. So what are y'all doing?
I'm
Apparently
still eating.
debating how we're gonna go talk to this fucking kid. Yeah, we're waiting for old Barney to be busy so he can like, hey, what the fuck, kid?
Okay.
And I
What-
did my part
wouldn't
in
it-
getting us onto his property, so
Wouldn't it be logical that he probably has his son helping them do all the wood stuff, right?
he said that not necessarily.
Okay.
Yep.
he still doesn't really help out that much. If he is out there, I could try to strike up a conversation with him. Otherwise, it's you guys.
We can also break into his house while they're busy and just rummage around real quick. Internal conversation.
ask
Just to clarify, I'm not
Ask
just
him
being
if
like,
you
yeah,
can
let's
use
break
his
into this fucking
restroom,
house."
perhaps, instead of breaking in. But yes.
Well, those are generally on the outside, right?
Oh, are they? They don't have indoor plumbing here.
We've seen evidence of indoor plumbing in these around here.
You have not.
Doesn't seem like it. I think that's a bit more of like a fancy thing for bigger cities,
Right. My bad.
They've got those like fancy what are those guys called, the Archie talks and design
Exactly.
everything.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what they call it. Archie talks.
Yep.
You're right.
An architect.
I'm pretty sure. Oh, what?
Archie talk.
Archie talks.
Archie talk.
I'm
yes.
pretty sure those are like a little potato fried things. Archie tots?
Oh,
Archie
talk.
talks. It's different.
Okay.
Not the same thing. Totally different.
Are we fast forwarding an hour until Caution
No, we're
Unless we have
talking about
anything else.
architots.
Unless there's anything else that our team thinks that we can take care of in the meantime, because he
Boy,
doesn't
hit
have
that.
dawdle.
Hit the gas.
I mean, everyone was
Yeah,
trying to
no
get things done
rates.
faster, quickly, or earlier, I mean to say, so I didn't know.
I think that we've run out of things that we can do simultaneously. So
Without like raising suspicion anyway.
correct.
I could wild shape into a small animal and attempt to look through maybe a window or something, and speak to this little kid mentally.
What kind
you
of
think
animals do kids like?
He's a 15-year-old kid. He vandalizes thing. I imagine he's probably not going to want to talk to any animals.
I feel like you're overestimating, how receptive he's going to be to a voice just appearing in his head.
It's not for him to decide.
Maybe he'd prefer like a lizard over a bunny. I don't know. Children have preferences. I don't know.
I mean, I guess if I see Gandalf's confusion, I'm like, I'm going
like,
to
what
talk
do
in
you
his
mean?
head, and he
Uh-huh.
doesn't really have a choice of whether or not he hears.
I
it.
mean, he doesn't have to talk to you though. He can just go, "Oh my god, I'm going crazy," and just like run screaming out of his house.
And then we got him out of the house.
Ha- what? How does that make him talk to us?
He'd be more accessible to talk to without you having to go into the home.
Sure.
Artyom has a point.
Sure, whatever. Like,
We don't have to
I
do
don't
that. We
care.
can just wait. We can just chill out. We can have some more of this meat stew or whatever. I didn't get a lot to eat because I was casting that spell and trying to focus and listen to you guys also talk at the same time.
We're gonna
Right.
wait an hour. I
We'll wait.
suppose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finish up your lunches, full bellies. An hour passes. Head on over to Barney's residence. All together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Perfect. You see he's already outside, like posting these things up on what looks to be just like a long sled, like these pieces of lumber. Good to see you guys. Tobias, coming out. Sort of screams out. You see a younger kid, like scrawny looking, sort of shaved black hair. Not shaved, but like buzz cut black hair. Like drags his feet outside, looks at you guys weird. Well, if you'll just grab this end over here, we'll grab this side. We'll just. Okay. Y'all just gonna watch? It's kind of weird.
Sorry.
I'm helping, I'm
I
helping,
I
I'm
was
helping.
taking a note.
They
Yeah, sure, I will
they have
listen.
they're putting these planks of wood on a sled.
Like a long sled type thing. It seems to pull it through the snow towards the docks.
Okay.
Gosh, I'm gonna roll up her sleeves and get over there.
Roll a strength check.
Gandalf.
Yeah, I'll start helping as I go.
No,
as
I was
go
gonna
to
say
help.
which color, which die.
Oh, gold. Why not?
Oh. I don't add anything to a strength check.
Nice.
So that's a 12.
Of course.
All right.
Double digits.
Okay, when you're helping on Kaushik's side,
Yeah, I'll help her. Yeah.
go and roll a strength check.
I got you. I have a +1. So.
Azul will help as well.
Yeah. I don't know what your strength scores. We're gonna get everybody who has strength that isn't worth a shit to actually be doing
Not very
physical
good.
labor. Holy shit! Natural 20
Nice.
Okay.
for a 21.
Oh, okay.
Mr.
So
Muscles over here.
I'm helping with it.
rolling die of 14 for a whole 15.
15. Okay.
I'm over here pulling a hammy just to get a fucking.
10
Gosh,
is,
it's sweating.
What?
it is solid core wood. Like this shit is
Oh my
heavy.
God.
But
Ah,
uh
I need an ice pack.
funny, like as you guys are shuffling this over onto the
Oh,
sled, it's like you're good, son," and like moves him off to the side of him for the natural 1 on Tobias's roll,
Oh,
and he takes it, and
no.
sets it on there, and he'll start working with you guys and just start
That's
moving
fine.
these heavy ass logs over.
That's why
Have I picking
Tobias
this up?
doesn't usually help because he's a little wimpy baby.
Little wimpy boy.
While we're starting to do this, I'm just gonna say over the mental link, Milo. Now might be a good time to maybe have the drone or something take a peek, see if there's anything of particular interest in the house.
Already on it.
Gonna get doing so. Once they're obviously like on the way.
Sure.
Sit here, bum bum bum
Roll
bum
a
bum
stealth check for
bum
your droll.
bum bum. Ba-la-la. Ba-la-la.
Definitely let me know if it sees another person in there.
Okay.
That is a nat 20
On a stealth
for
check.
a. Yep, I'm checking to see what the bonus is. I think it's a +4, but don't quote me on that. It is a +4, so 24 total on a nat 20.
Nice.
Very nice.
Sneaky boy.
Yeah, zooms in there. Doesn't seem to catch anybody's attention. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say real quick over the mental link. I just want to say now might be a good time to start a casual conversation with Tobias since he isn't helping with the wood anymore.
Oh, where did he go?
He's just hanging out. He's not helping with the wood.
Yeah, he's just sort of hanging out to the side right now. As y'all sort of lift up the third log and place it on there, there's a couple more here as well. He says, "It's probably good for right now. We'll push it on around to the dock." So heave, and you guys start moving.
Yeah.
Don't worry about rolls. I'll take with everybody that's helping right now. You guys can move over there.
It's good because I rolled a 4.
I'll use some shape water to make sure the trail's nice and smooth to trek through on the way down.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Definitely ease it up. Yeah. All right.
Great
Bryce is
success.
just sort of hanging out there, like breaks one of the icicles off the top of the house and just watches it fall and stick into the snow. Just stupid kid shit. Sort of hanging out right there right now.
Nice. Great success.
Who's gonna go talk to this kid?
I'm pushing a fucking sled.
Yeah, me, Gandalin, and Azur are gone.
Those
pushing
of
the
us of
sled, so.
great
the
strength
sled.
are absent.
If I
Yeah,
may,
please.
when I did send over the mental link, I want to put emphasis on casual conversation. Casual.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How's
Crowley
the
will-
weather?
We'll move on over there. Instead of just look on in curiosity. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Oh God.
Seems like you're breaking icicles.
What does
And then
Crowley
Crowley's
look
good.
like right now? Are
Just,
you
you
wearing
know-
your mask and your normal stuff? Are you in your normal regalia?
Yeah. Smiling face.
Why do you look like that?
God damn. What the fuck?
It's because I'm an entertainer, and Crowley will snap a finger and a flame will appear. Prestidigitation.
I DC'd. Give me a second. I'll be back in a moment. Ah, now I'm back.
Oh, well, welcome back.
Shit.
I make the DM disappear and reappear.
See.
I've gone all across Corvair doing so.
Making a fire on your finger.
Yeah, I'll make it a fire, make it disappear, and then I'll replace it with a dove. It's in my hand,
It
prestidigitation.
explodes.
It explodes.
That's what the kids like, exploding birds.
That was cool.
Exactly.
God damn it.
Lots of cool things to do. People appreciate all sorts of things. What does one do around this town for fun? Can't be much fun for you being the only child I've seen around here.
Yeah. Stuff.
Stuff? Nothing cool at all?
I don't know. Like get big sticks and hit stuff. Like make big snowballs.
Do you throw them at anyone? So it's like,
Sometimes.
or do you just make giant snowmen and Crowley will just wave his hand and minor illusion, little snowman about the size of the 5 foot will pop up?
No. Snowmen are lame.
But they're not lame
Damn it.
when they're concealing a tree behind them. And they'll remove it and like, just like a rock with another minor illusion. Pranks can be entertaining. Come on, you don't do anything like, paint someone's door red, whatever the kids do these days.
No.
It's a shame. I thought you had the spirit of a bard in you. I thought you had the prankster spirit. Perhaps train in Sharn to be one of the great bards of our age, perhaps. But it takes a little bit of a trickster to perform that kind of thing. a prankster, as it were.
Okay.
Is there a school around here? You're a little slow, aren't you?
Jesus. You just told this boy he's dumb.
I'm not stupid. You're
Archie, take
stupid.
over.
Your
Archie,
snowman's
take over.
stupid too.
Is it?
He goes and tries to kick the illusion, just fucking walks away and walks back inside as their foot just passes through nothing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna invisibility and just try and move past him and enter as he's opening the door, just get past him and be on the other side when he closes the door behind him.
Okay, so you're casting invisibility.
Yep.
Shit.
Okay.
Just move past him and just be in the house when he's there.
Give me a stealth check.
Happily, DM.
Just dimension door into the house.
Yeah, I should just dimension door.
Is that what you're gonna do?
No.
Hello there.
I have stealth as a skill. That's a waste.
Okay.
All right. This is a low roll. Let's see. 9 + 8, 17.
Okay. Before we get to that, Milo, go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
Alrighty.
Get it done, drone.
Man, I wish the drone had Milo's investigation bonus.
Take that drone to school. Give it a monocle.
That is another nat 20. I am not joking.
Nice.
I was about to die in the next combat. Again.
Seems relatively bare in here. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot. What your drone does find is evidence of pitch, sort of kept in a closet area, and he'll sort of investigate it, and some of it has been splashed onto the ground, and it's fairly recently. Drone sort of takes its little arm and taps it in it and looks at it. It's like black paint almost. So
Pitch, like the flammable stuff?
right. Looks like that. You can gather it looks like that kid just used what he had on hand to
Gotcha.
To paint. Then looks around a little bit more. You find very bare. I'm trying to remember what's in the house on the map. Pretty bare. And you find a couple of sleeping areas. What you find 3 actually. Sleeping areas, one sort of off to the side, but no real defining rooms. This is like a shack for all intents and purposes. So
Other interesting texts or trinkets or notes or marks or anything like that?
mm-mm.
Just over the group chat.
Well, I don't think we found what he was using, but no other details.
Kid might just be a shithead.
What was your stealth check? I don't remember.
17.
Make one a disadvantage. Okay. Yeah, he doesn't seem to notice it.
When he shuts the door, I'm just going to be behind him whenever he turns around and just reveal myself again. But this time with an angry face on the mask.
What the fuck?
Do you think it's funny going around painting places with paint?
What are you
A
talking
little bit of
about?
Crowley's just going to zoom push forward, his face, just slowly moving. Intimidation's I said, do you think it's fun going around painting the church?
Make an intimidation check real quick.
Happily.
It's like the opening to a slasher movie.
This is not what Kashik wanted.
18 + 13.
Jesus Christ.
Crowley's gonna come out just covered in blood, be like, alright, the problem's solved, guys.
Do you think it's funny? Perhaps I should turn you into a mouse and let the cats chase you around town.
What?
Jesus Christ.
Did you
Find them kids.
vandalize the town last night?
Yeah, on those weirdos. one cares about them.
Damn.
They are. They do weird stuff with like blood.
I understood it that your mother was a fan of the Church of Doloran. The necklace your father wears.
Okay.
They teach you patience in all things. You should be at least be a little bit more understanding. Or else you might come across people far scarier than me, young man.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like,
Yeah,
I hear they do weird things. Like my friends say they like eat cats and stuff, and like take goats and throw them off of the cliff to be better and stronger.
Do any?
It doesn't work.
Crowley's gonna pull back and just like, you know. Have you seen Katie pushing a barrel down this from the church? Does she look strong to you? Does she look like she's sprouted two heads?
Fucked up.
She probably does it with magic.
I do magic.
Yeah, so she could too.
Who told you? Is your father the one putting these ideas in your head?
No.
Crowley's just gonna shake his head. Then why aren't you should be helping your father out rather than entertaining these stupid ideas, going out in the middle of the night when things could be out there willing to snap you up.
He seems
There have
real
been-
uneasy right now. Speaking of things willing
Good.
to
Good.
snap him up, and you're in his house right now.
Yeah.
He's gonna try to get by you and go outside. He's gonna try to run from you.
Turn back around.
Crowley's gonna just wave his
Oh,
hand and
God.
cast a spell.
Okay, what are you casting?
What? Did this
Modify
work?
memory.
You're casting modify memory.
Yep.
On this 15-year-old. What the fuck happened? This
I
is
thought you were
gone.
gonna cast like thaumaturgy to like slam the door shut, but you're like, nah, I'm just
cast-
gonna go straight to altering someone's memory.
Fireball.
We have
Okay.
gone so far.
Mark
off.
that
It's-
spell off. Mark that
Well,
spell
Oh,
off.
no problem. It's already marked off.
That's a
What is
5.
going on?
He's
No.
charmed.
Crowley will lean in. You walked into the house and you tripped on the snow and fell. No one was in here. You wake back up and you're hungry. And then Crowley's just gonna Men in Black out.
He just like you see him dazed for a little bit. You can tell him this sort of looks over and goes to sleep on his bed.
Fuck.
Okay.
Look, the most unnecessary use of modify memory.
Listen, it's fine.
What the
You want me to
fuck?
scar this child for years? Nah. Better he just
I
goes
think
to
you
sleep.
already have.
No, I haven't. Nothing's ever happened. Nothing ever happened.
I'm
Oh
assuming
my
the intent is to
God.
delete the entire inside portion.
Entire
of that
10 minutes, like
conversation.
him walking in,
Okay,
boom.
gotcha.
What the
All right.
fuck?
Well,
Oh my God.
thank you so
We're
much
just
for
over
the
there.
raid, the Pale
That's
Dragon, and
what-
all the follows we're getting. Thank you so much for that, guys. Welcome to the party. Which we're
This-
casting
What?
modified memory on
Guys,
NPCs
you're-
right now.
Listen.
Don't say we. Don't
Yeah.
you love the whole
Yeah,
party?
you use the word
Handling
we.
you terrible.
Yeah,
things.
hold on. There's at least 3 people who are not there.
As we pan
have-
our camera away
Nothing
from
to do
that
with
crew
this.
and to our crew that is pushing logs towards
We're
the dock.
fucking-
You guys get
good.
there, and Barney's like moving logs, and you guys are helping moving these logs onto the dock. And then Barney sort of looks out and says, here we go. And you see off in the distance a pair of red sails through the foggy weather making their way towards shore.
Oh shit. Do we see is Seeker Katya around already at all, or she said she was gonna go hang out at?
Oh, we were supposed to
Elsewhere.
help her with her barrel.
You saw her yawning yeti
It's
at the
in-
yawning
yeah,
yeti.
it's in the distance. It's not here quite yet. We're fine.
Right.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It is moving slowly. It is navigating ice floats currently, so it'll get here in the next couple of hours.
Okay.
Mental link. I'm gonna let. Oh, I don't know if the people back at the house see it, but if they don't, mental link. I'm gonna let them know.
Okay.
We can see the blood cells in the distance. They should be here relatively soon.
Y'all find anything useful out from the kid?
Yeah, he's just gonna be like sitting back out, strumming his.
Did he say like why what like his motivations were for vandalizing the church, or like was he in cahoots with anybody? Like,
seemed to be a child just wanting to go out and play pranks. He seems to believe that the blood of Vole is strange.
They are strange. Yes.
Sacrificing goats, throwing them off of cliffs, and drinking blood, and all kinds of terrible things.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's absurd.
I thought so too. I didn't bother to correct him though. Everyone.
Okay. That was like the entirety of his motivation. He was just like, yeah, they're fucking weird.
Certainly, I asked him if it was his father who planted the ideas, but he said no.
Did he say who did?
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
Weird. He just
developed that all on his own.
Yep.
Bias just sprung up out of the thin air, huh?
Indeed.
Okay. All right.
He got a little hasty, but he's resting now. I'm sure he just needed a good nap.
That's kind of weird. It's like the middle of the day, but all right. I mean, I guess kids sleep a lot.
What?
Milo's gonna recall his drone after not finding anything.
Did the drone see all this go down?
Yeah,
in the fucking,
I was about to ask the same thing.
Can the drone tell us the truth?
Yeah, did the drone see that?
The drone just sitting there going, "Holy
I don't know.
shit."
I just went invisible, so I don't know. The door was closed, so I doubt it.
The drone was inside the house. Give me a perception check for your drone. See if it was too.
Oh, well, then would it have been at my back? And I'm just asking him questions like, It depends on where the frame is.
What are the components of modify memory?
Be a 14 total on its perception check.
It depends on how noticeable modify memory is on cast.
Yeah. Look at modify memory. It is verbal and somatic, so there are some components to it.
No different from usual, though.
You hit him with the Macarena.
Listen. A spirit comes up, and that's it. Just whispers in his ear. Forget.
Hit him with the wah!
Your drone saw Crowley cast the spell, but it does not know what it is.
He fucking went to sleep.
No, he went to his bed and went to sleep.
He just walked over to his bed and went to sleep afterwards.
Fucking weird. All right, well, I mean, that's too bad that was a dead end. We'll just ask the blood sales, I suppose. While we keep helping Mr. Barney here, y'all want to go grab Katya and her barrel of blood, which is still fucking weird.
Nah.
Yeah, I'll head that direction.
Yeah, let's get that taken.
Drone's like
Okay.
remounting on an arm or whatever.
You guys take the time to help Barney bring the rest of the lumber, and then help Katya bringing her from the Yawning Yeti and bringing her barrel. And by the time you're done with all of that, the blood sails are nearing the port and getting docked. And it's a little bit later in the afternoon at this point, probably 3 or 4 o'clock. You still have a little bit of sunset or sun for the day, but as they pull up to the docks and you see a very well crafted dark wood ship that is just cutting through the waves. As soon as it gets out of the ice floats, it's just cutting through the waves straight towards the dock. Slows down, parks there. You see several elves on the deck. As a matter of fact, exclusively elves in this crew.
Interesting.
As they all hop off. You see a couple, as soon as they get on land, a sort of lithe, what would traditionally be a high elf. Think like Oblivion high elf, where he's probably 6'8", 6'9" or so. So very, very tall and lithe. Sort of long brown hair down his back. Always a journey. Oscar, how are we? As we get that right there, that's where we're going to go on our break.
Woo!
Awesome. Again, thanks so much for the raid and the follows and everybody. Thanks so much for... Did someone say something? Someone do something? Huh?
I said, oh, I didn't realize what time it was.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
wow.
7:13. So we're going to take a quick bio break. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't go anywhere. In the meantime, this gives you a chance to check out. We're raising some money for the International Medical Corps, which is helping out over in Ukraine. I highly encourage you to go check them out. Open up your hearts and wallets to a great cause. In the meantime, if you haven't yet, hit that follow button, that like and subscribe if you're watching us over on YouTube, and we'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Much love. And we're back. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
We are all of the people you just saw not too long ago. If you forgot, our name is right above me. It is Hard Knock Dice. Hello. All of these beautiful people around here are your heroes, and we are going to be continuing across Eberron. Last we left off, our heroes were in Scairn interrogating some of the local populace, including, but not limited to, modifying memorying on some of the local teens to not remember their line of questioning. So, we pick back up, however, on the docks
voted upon action
of Scairn, where the Blood Sails, the awaited group of pirate elves, is now making their way in. Is a tall, lithe elf in some warm, various furs and leathers. Gets off, sort of black ponytail hanging down his back. Steps off and says, "Oscar, friend, and companions, I suppose. It's nice to
Do I
see you.
recognize him?
Do you recognize him? You have never established where you were from in the Lazar Principality, so I'm going to say no.
Is there made any mention of a dinosaur being in the middle of an icy area?
No, I mean, I am going to say about this time, you all hear in the distance.
Oh, how weird is that?
You see someone mount the ballista on the front of the ship and aim it, and as they look up,
No, friend.
friend of
You
yours.
have your blood barrel.
Oh. No, don't shoot yet. Listen, you just sort of land right there, I suppose.
Yeah.
Katya on your back. It was amazing. We have to do this so many more times. Listen. Oh, hi, Jules. We saw you coming. We went and got the barrel and everything, but this, and she's like slides off of you, goes and gives him a quick hug. It's like, seems torn in between wanting to talk and wanting to go back flying. I'll be right back. Just like 5 more minutes or so. And she goes to climb back up on you, RTM.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll
Go.
give him a once over.
Okay.
Just whoosh, fly him around a couple of quick laps.
It is not something you see every day. Anyways. Oscar, Barney, wonderful to see you again. Let's get out of this cold, shall we? Gentlemen, you know the drill. Sort of waves his hand in the air. They, Oscar and this person, who Katya called Jules, departs from you guys, and just walks into one of the lodges on the docks right there.
All right. So internal group monologue. So I assume we want to talk to that guy, yeah? Seems like he's in charge.
Yeah.
Aye.
Sick.
Okay. Wonderful. That's
okay.
a great plan. What are y'all doing to
Yeah.
enact it?
What? How do we want
Come
to
on,
execute
guys.
upon this?
I'm still flying around, so you guys figure it out.
You're busy.
What?
Milo is. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good.
I would say he's on his way after recalling his drone. So.
Girl, do you want to do the talking, or Gorham, or how do we want to get information from this guy?
All right. Do we want to be direct, or are we trying to skirt around the issues here?
I guess it depends on how much. If we think this dude's like his buddy, if we could get information from him before having to fight. Can I get a quick turn around and do a quick head count of the number of elven pirates that have arrived? It's kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You see a number on deck right now, and you see even more sort of coming down the gangplank onto the dock. Rough estimate of just people you see around right now, 30, maybe more.
About 30 guys.
I'm going
If
to be
we
honest with
could-
you.
Yes.
I was going to say, as a miscreant from the blood sales who Yidril has apparently sailed in with before, we probably shouldn't be incredibly direct with him.
Because, all we really need to know is if, did he definitely take Yidril to this fucking place? I'm blanking on the name, to Farlnan. Because if you can confirm that for us, we can go over there ourselves.
Right, we just need to know where he's going. If he doesn't get the information, or if he says that he's not going to do it, then, well, if the fighters don't get him, the cold water probably will.
So, initial approach, roundabout. Not trying to be super directly confrontational. Which is...
I'm going to turn back around and look at all the pirates and be like, yeah, that sounds like a good
Yeah,
idea.
it's a lot of fucking dudes, so...
Are we going? Oh, go ahead, Arkham.
Oh, I was just going to ask Alex real quick, or DM, how cold is it actually today in game?
It's colder right now just because of the wind chill off the ocean, like right here. It feels colder than it is, but there's no blizzard running through right now. Yeah.
Cool.
It's
It
not
also
actively snowing.
It also could be worth seeing if we could somehow sneak someone aboard the ship and take a peeksies at what all they might have in regards to information and stuff, in his quarters, the captain's quarters or something.
Are we going to want some kind of pretense for talking to them in the first place that is separate from our actual objective?
It's not my forte.
Mine either. Like the execution of it anyway. I'm not a great liar, but
Crowley, do you have any ideas for a good reason for us to be pursuing whatever line of questioning that may get us information on Yidril without being too obvious, I suppose?
could be. Oh, go ahead, Crowley.
No, go on, Malin. What are your thoughts?
Immediately coming to mind would be us needing or interest in transport somewhere in the principalities. That would lead us on the subject, at least, of other people who had used such services.
That was honestly my only real thought. We have no other real thing of interest that we perhaps give them our service that we could provide that they do not already have, especially at sea. So if we were to pursue travel without any entanglements at sea, then perhaps we could make use of them.
What purpose would we be traveling to the principalities for? There are presented purpose, obviously. We know what our real one is.
Money.
Piracy.
Yeah, same thing.
We're looking to form a startup.
You wouldn't download a boat.
Well, that's so stupid. Why did I laugh at that?
Yes.
Access to their markets, or
You could also
seeking specialized services.
We're all criminals.
yeah,
From
could,
the law.
All the forms of transportation are cut to us. We need the use of them.
yeah. I don't think the reason is particularly important. As long as they
It has
pay
to
us.
sound good at least.
Yeah.
And
All right.
perhaps we also know their ships are some of the fastest and they're the most adept at sea. So
Discretion.
that's about it. We've heard tale of them being able to ferry figures far and wide without any entanglements. So we are attempting to procure their services as cheaply, respectfully as possible.
100% sold to me. Let's do it.
Katya, she said who the captain of the ship was, right?
Was it not
She
Rio?
she said, "Hey, Jules." The person that said the captain's name of the ship that normally comes was Barney, and he said Dario was the name of the captain.
Okay.
But this Jules is the only figure that went off with
With Oscar.
Barney and Oscar. So I figured Jules and Dario, one and the same. Jules equals Dario.
I'll just ask her.
That's my theory.
Hey, Katya. Oh, just in her brain.
Are you still flying her around?
Yeah.
I am very cold. Please take me back.
Loop de loop.
Okay, yeah, you just had to say so. I just
I did it. I couldn't talk. She's just shivering.
You can just say in your brain and I can hear you. It's fine.
Okay. I've been saying I'm cold in my brain for a long time. You did not hear that? You can hear people's thoughts.
Well, I have to make it active. Anyway, the captain of this ship, do you know who it is?
Yes, this is Dario.
Okay. Is Dario a nice person, or is he an asshole, or how's that work?
He's very nice.
Oh, awesome. So you are on good terms with this Dario?
No. Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. I was just like, oh, shit, that's not good to have. Great. Do you think that you could introduce us to this guy, and we could ask him a few questions?
I thought that was the plan anyways.
Okay, great. Let's get you warmed up, and
He'll
you can make some
probably, just so you know, it will need to be sundown probably before he debarks.
What is the
Disembarks?
Debarks.
Interesting.
what way is it?
He does not like the sunshine.
Back.
Interesting.
I'm gonna say over the group network, I think this captain guy might be a vampire. So if we're going to burn the place down, we should do it in the day.
Vampirate.
Those aren't out yet.
I'm just gonna cut back to Katya. Is this guy a vampire, or what does he not like the day?
He is.
It's crazy.
You cannot treat him differently because of that. He is very nice.
Okay, sure.
And I will be very upset if you do.
Sure, I understand completely. Why would I be rude to him?
A lot of people are.
You're talking to a Quetzalcoatl at the moment.
Is it what this is?
I mean, I'm a human. Yeah, that's the dinosaur name. Long beak, whatever you want to call it. It's got a bunch of different names.
I am just saying that a lot of people don't like him just because he is. So.
Yeah, just landing.
She shivers over to the cabin.
After sundown. What time is it now?
It's about 4 or 5 now. It's getting
Sundown,
later into
7?
the afternoon. Yeah. A couple hours maybe.
So an appropriate introduction, not till later.
I asked Katya, she confirmed this guy is definitely a vampire.
Oh shit.
She
Oh.
said that he's really nice, though. We don't need to treat him any different, but
I'll treat with him like I do everyone else. Doesn't matter.
yeah,
to
I never met a vampire before, so.
me. Well, it pains me to tell you this, Artyom, but I'm a vampire.
Okay, well.
We were at
Yeah,
the sun like right now.
Why do you
can
think
be
I wear a
assholes
mask
just as
all the
much as
time?
everyone else? I just assumed that you are horribly disfigured.
Vampirism is a disfigurement, and we shouldn't bring that up to him.
I really don't bring it up that much. I mean, I don't go like, hey, dwarf, let me talk to you about these things.
All right. So, do we want to talk to this Jules guy first to kind of grease the wheels, or do we wait until we can talk to Dario?
Yeah, let's just talk to this Jules guy, I guess.
All right. Talk to him first.
Follow
He can
Katya in
grant
there.
us an audience.
Katya like they have what looks like a buffet in here of just
What?
different items like on each side. You see several of the pirates have already came in here, also grabbed plates and stuff that after they've loaded up what they've needed to do or whatever, but have grabbed plates. Jules is sitting there with Oscar and Barney just sort of having a conversation. You see River pokes his head eventually as well, just sort of raises a hand towards Katya and moseys over to the bar, the buffet.
Have those plastic guards that kind of are at like head level, so you don't.
Yeah, sneeze
He's
guards.
got sneeze guards.
Yeah. 100%.
Lots of vegetables
And
to
electric
prevent
lighting.
scurvy.
It's crazy.
Very sanitary. I like it.
Bring me some croutons.
Just croutons?
Really good croutons here.
Katya holding a steaming mug of something, sort of walks up still shivering from the ride and says, Jules, there are some nice people that would like to speak to you, and Dario when he's available. Oh, I froze. I didn't even realize.
There you
I was
go.
sitting there talking. What's the last thing y'all heard?
Rip.
There are some nice people.
Jules,
who
these
want
are
to-
some nice.
Oh, I didn't freeze very long then.
Yeah, for not too long.
Some nice people, and she just beckons towards the table and takes a seat next to Jules.
How big is the door in here?
It's a double door. So
10 feet.
yeah, 10 feet.
10 feet wide.
You're not staying a Quetzal in here.
Squares.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be a Quetzal in there. All right.
Just shove your head through the door. Just
Yeah, that's what I was pondering. Like, if it's like one door, maybe I'll just poke my head in and be like, "Yo, what's up?" But if there's a double door, it's probably gonna cause a problem. It's gonna be really cold. So yeah, I'll just go back to good old Clash Tower form and.
Okay.
Cozy on in there.
Yeah, isn't Jules already talking with a bunch of other people right now?
He is. You see Jules take a sack of coin out and throw it on the counter and Barney grabs it up, hefts it up. Someone make noise for me.
Oh!
And pockets it, seemingly self-satisfied with his earnings. Him and Oscar just sitting there having a conversation, and when Katya makes her introduction, says, "All right, and who do I have the honor of speaking to?"
I am Crowley. It is a pleasure to meet you. These are my companions. We are merchants and adventurers. We were hoping to procure some services from your boat if you'd be willing to talk business. When you're free, of course.
Well, I don't do business with anyone I haven't shared a drink with, so have a seat.
Sit down.
Sure.
He brings up and
What's he drinking?
well, he doesn't have anything in front of him right now, but he just sort of reaches his hands out, snaps a couple of times. Someone grabs a bottle of rum, of course. What else would it be?
Woo!
He's a vampire, isn't he?
This is
No,
not a vampire.
This is not a vampire.
Oh, I thought we were talking to the vampire. Who are we talking to?
Jules.
He
Oh,
must be
I
like, he
thought-
mast be like the first mate or something.
I thought those were the
Yeah,
same person.
I honestly didn't want to talk to him, but here
We
we are.
thought they might be, and then we were told that
Mm.
Dario was a vampire who probably wouldn't disembark until the sun went down.
Disembark, leave the boat, not
Right.
leave in the boat. That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking. Okay, that makes sense. I'm stupid. I was like, why is he waiting to leave till night if he just got off the boat in the
He will
sun?
not get out of the boat.
But I wasn't questioning anything. So okay, that makes so much more sense. Thank you.
But Jules makes this clear almost immediately as he takes a bottle, as some glasses are placed in front of you and shots are poured in front of you, not drinks. They're shots poured. Jules says, "Well, I can't guarantee you, and this will have to go to our captain, but I am always open to hear business propositions."
Of course, and as someone who has the ear of the captain, we're hoping you could at least tell us what you think he might be willing to put up with in terms of business, and he raises his drink as well.
This is what I'm here for. Well, here's to potential friends then. Clink. And he downs the shot.
Sure.
Splashes it on the map.
Splashes it on the
The
mat.
same fucking thing. And he's just.
Yeah. Splash it on the mask. The mask starts absorbing the alcohol.
Oh, I thought you were talking about splashing it at Jules. I was like, you're talking about Crowley
That's why I
just
think of-
splashing it into the mask.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's canon at this point that the facial molding and stuff allows you to like make an opening for your mouth.
It can put a straw
Yeah.
in it. Like,
Oh yeah, just a little proboscis.
oh,
He's a butterfly
I
man.
hate that. It's fucking gross.
Oh man,
I'm gonna start just like sleight of hand. My mask turns into that just when Gandalf's looking and no one else. Just mess with
Starts
them.
buzzing like a fucking mosquito.
So, now that we've had a drink together, your business, and with who, what business is yours?
Well, as you can understand, we're quite a ways out, and we were hoping to have to procure voyage to the principalities. We have no other forms of transportation open to us at this time, and we heard you and yours were quite adept at sailing the seas without coming across any entanglements, embargoes of any sort. We were hoping you could probably ferry us across with little to no effort, and of course we'll pay well. And if willing, perhaps bring some cargo back whenever we need to return unmolested.
It's just simple transportation then.
Simple
you and your-
transportation with the promise of greater transportation and cargo movement afterwards.
And where do you plan on moving?
Are you asking specifically which part of the principalities, or?
I am. You need to know where we're going and what princes we're going to be dealing with.
Indeed. History. What I know exactly, like just off the cusp of my wrist, like I imagine, since it's part of Corvair, what I know, what in some principality areas or whatnot, off the top of my head. DM.
Give me a history check.
Me being a bard. Okay. History. History's mysteries at a 15. 11 plus 4.
Okay. Are you just naming off random principalities?
No, just, I'm going to just come up with 3 in my head and just name, like, the first and third just off the cusp of my wrist. I heard this particular one.
Right, but there's no, I guess my question is, there's no, like, method to which ones you're picking. It is just the ones you know of and you're throwing it out there. There's no, like, certain path you're trying to go.
Well, I imagine the ones that I do know I know for a specific reason, perhaps abundance of one thing or another, and I'm hoping that, like, that, like, the first one that comes to my mind, I'll probably know the best or most of.
Okay.
Like, maybe some of that smoke leaf I hear about from that one prince, etc.
Orthos is near where we're going, or where we're thinking that Eudril is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if we know a little bit more about that, then I'll definitely drop that one down.
I mean,
we have a map.
Yeah.
We could. I mean, that seems like a lot of coin to spend unless you were wanted in one of the principalities for just us to sail you through. That would not be cheap to...
We are not wanted, but we would have wished to avoid any notice of ourselves entirely, if you understand the trick.
I am very aware. Okay. I suppose we could. Regalport's an interesting, destination if that's just where you're trying to go to. We don't necessarily just rent out our boats, though. The trips, like, especially in the winter times where the seas are blocked up.
Mm-hmm.
This ship tonight will just be going straight back to Farlon.
We understand and we're willing to wait if needs be if we can procure this at some point within the next few months.
If you're willing to wait a few months, and willing to pay that time in Port Cairn, then I suppose you could.
Yeah, we just wish to simply hash out the venture and see if you'd be willing.
Where did he just say, DM? In Port Cairn?
Port Cairn, yeah.
Is that the port is that the port on Farlon?
You'll understand we only considered you because we had heard you have ferried before, or at least the rumor was, so hence where we're talking to you now.
I mean, typically, we'd less, we can. It's not a main, what do you say, revenue stream for us.
Mhm. And of course we understand this, so we would, of course, want to make it worth your while.
You would have to.
Of course. You are businessmen after all.
That is word.
It's the only word I would use. Privateer.
You have a way with words, Bard.
Have to. My living depends upon it.
Someone has already gotten deep into their cups, it seems. Anyways, I don't see why not. That seems simple enough. You have no other business or qualms with any of the other princes?
None. Crowley will turn. None. I don't think any of my fellow adventurers have gone so far.
You all don't look too used to the snow. Say that. Have any of you ever been to Farlman?
Nope.
No.
Negative.
I don't think
And
I
as I
have,
said-
have I?
No.
Yes, and as I said, we had other forms of travel restricted to us, so the unlikely and unpleasant one is the one we must travel.
Well, you're in for a fun few months, I suppose. Do you have friends in Port Cairn? You're going to be taking care of you. It doesn't seem like you're from this area at all, or have, I think you know a few things about some of the principalities. I'm just trying to get a beat on your plans here.
I do have friends there, yes.
Interesting. Anyone I would know?
Maybe they brokered information mostly, so it's very possible.
I would love to hear their names. Connections are always wonderful amongst friends.
Amongst friends, which I'd be more than willing once we've become friends and across the port.
Well, have we not? We've shared a drink. We've talked
We've-
business.
We've talked business. And of course, should we succeed, I am more than willing to spread the information and give my other friends more business with you as well.
Very well. I assume we will be graced with Dario's presence shortly. Until then.
It was a pleasure. Splash it on Gandalf's face this time.
Dodge.
Hey, what was that?
It was a nat 20.
This entire time, in the back of Crowley's head, he's heard me trying to have a conversation with Gandalf,
But
essentially asking about vampires and how that
I don't
works.
fucking know anything about
Hey,
vampires.
but you don't understand. You got your blood taken. It's in that barrel now. He's probably going to drink the blood out of that barrel. So
Okay,
he
so-
can probably do all kinds of powers that since he has your blood. Like he
That
might
sounds
be able to like read your mind or see your memories from your blood or something crazy
Is-
like that. Kaushik, you've done this blood magic stuff. You do that kind of thing all the time. How does that work? Like, is he going to know everything that?
It's a big barrel. There's only a little bit of blood. It's all mixed. It's too mixed up. Impossible.
There's,
He might be able to taste it out of there. You never know about these kinds of things. Like he's probably used to drinking the blood from all these people. You'll probably be like a new sort of dressing.
there are a lot of things you can do with blood. I don't know what his plans are.
See,
So
you're screwed.
I'm sure it's fine.
I don't think that's his. I don't
It's-
think that's going to happen, Kevin.
I have the perfect defense if he tries to read my mind. I just also just hear like the AOL dial-up.
That's fair.
I am well versed. No, that's absurd. There's no way.
You can't read your mind if there's nothing going on in there.
Exactly.
Throughout this whole conversation, someone make a noise.
Oh,
Katya is just kind of looking at you guys. looks at you, RTM.
She's just thinking at you.
I will say hello to Katya mentally and do the two-way connection with her.
Why do you not tell them what they are looking for? You're looking for the Bone Knight people, right? So why do you not tell them this?
I have no idea, honestly. Crowley, we sent him to do what he does best, and that's him talking to people. So if he's telling them that we need to get passage, then I assume he's got a really good idea of why he's doing that.
So, alright, but if I'm not going to lie to anyone if they ask me questions. I'm a really bad liar.
Hey, I'm not asking you to lie to anybody.
Okay.
Crowley needs to go places. We're with Crowley. That's how it goes.
DM during
Big shrug.
DM during this the conversation that Crowley and Jules have been having. I'm assuming this dude kind of looked over our entire group. Did there seem to be any kind of recognition or suspicion that seemed out of the norm, especially when he looked at Kaushik?
Give me an insight check.
It's a good move.
22.
Nice.
You see him he does look over your group as you guys have walked in, just sort of noting what you're wearing and stuff like that. Looking at each of you, seems like a fairly social creature at the very, giving each of you your own greeting. And for the 22, you don't see any real look of recognition on his face. He's just sort of taking you in. He is definitely like remembering facial features, it seems, at this point. Might be part of his job to do that sort of thing.
Right. Like he's taking mental notes on us, but he's not comparing mental notes to any of us.
That's what it seems.
Okay. Sick. Interesting. All right.
Okay. Meals go on, drinks are passed around, and partake as much as you want, but about an hour, 2 hours later, sun falls. Opening one of the doors, you see a tall, lithe elf again, also almost like... Go ahead.
Yeah, real quick, before he comes in and we have this conversation, just want to ask the group. I was just talking to our friend here, and she does not understand why we are asking for a passage on this boat. I don't know if she will spill beans on what we're doing, if she's asked directly, but what is the the actual plan here whenever this captain comes aboard or comes ashore?
I'm hoping to deal with Dario privately, or at least away from the others, so that they do not hear too terribly much of what we're truly here for. The skeleton, if needs to be, especially if she's... Did she say she would tell them? What did she say?
She just said she wasn't good at lying and didn't know why we were asking for the passage, and we obviously are just wanting to know about the man in the bone armor.
In which case, we'll be more forthcoming with Dario then.
Sure.
When the opportunity presents itself.
Okay. Does that kind of seem like maybe we should sort of mix the two so that this Jules guy doesn't think we're full of shit because we are?
He can think whatever he likes, but certainly.
No, I mean, I'm all for, doing like a strong arm in this situation if push comes to shove, right? But never tango with a vampire. We'd rather do it during the day.
Of course.
Milo, can I get a perception check for your Kestrel, please?
Yes. Is it still daytime or is it dark?
It is dark.
Oh no.
Sorry, Cat pulled the earbud out.
Come on, Kestrel. Get it done.
It is a 15.
Okay.
bad.
All right. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Didn't mean to interrupt.
I mean, they've already said that they would take us to the island, like where we think Yggdrasil is at. So it's all we really need, unless we want to push them for information.
I mean, these are the people who apparently transported Yggdrasil. Why wouldn't we not ask, hey, by the way, did you drop this guy off where we're going anyway? Or whatever that situation looks like.
I don't know. I guess it depends. We aren't sure what their relationship exactly was with him. If it was purely business or
Right, if it's purely a
how,
business, that's fine. I mean, we're dealing with pirates, so purely business is stealing from innocent people. I have no problem, burning their boat down, and then they're not pirates anymore, so they have no business to protect.
I think picking a fight with them is something we're trying to avoid.
It's absolutely trying to avoid, but a solution if need be.
Last resort kind of deal. If we can find out more about them without potentially risking ease of transportation to like exactly somewhere we want to go, then
Right. Well, let's, I guess, see what happens. And
I mean, who knows? I mean, this is right in your wheelhouse, Crowley. So I guess yours will be best. Play it by ear, I guess.
yeah,
We'll see what happens.
I feel like you can get some information from this guy. That'd be fucking sick.
So, what's the actual plan to get out to where Idril's at if we do get confirmation that he went with the blood sales?
Well, either we can take an airship or we can message Arish and have them noose out there. Either way.
That'd take a while.
It will take a while, yes.
These guys can take us now.
Very much so. Which, if we can indeed do business with them, then that would be best. If we think it's possible.
I mean, and that would put us there on a legit ship, I suppose, as far as they're concerned anyway. They'd be like, oh yeah, hey, this is Dario's ship, and he's got some passengers who are hanging out here until they can be taken elsewhere. So people might think it's a little weird, but they're not going to go, hey, where the fuck did you guys come from?
or maybe tomorrow when we're on this guy's ship, Yggdrasil does the little sensor thing that you're talking about, sees the Gorham's on the familiar boat, sends Mr. Vampire Man a message, and we have our throat slit in the middle of the sleep.
I would hope that we're not just assuming our own
Sure.
safety.
Sure, but you get the situation.
Right.
Being attacked with half of our party out of armor, who needs it, etc.
The flip side to that coin is we try and make it out to the principalities on a less official or locally official method. And then we have a hard time moving and operating within the principalities because we are their equivalent of outlaws. We're
unknown.
We don't have their blessing.
It'd be a completely unknown quantity as far as they were concerned.
Mm-hmm.
And because we don't know exactly where he is. I don't know if you looked at that map. Farlden doesn't look small.
Yeah, this is true.
So having the a more official and acknowledged visitor status, I guess, can be beneficial.
So, I mean, it's
And
going to be
also-
gamble either way.
Yeah, also beneficial to not be putting ourselves at risk from Idril turning our literal vessel against us. So
Right.
just trying to put all risks from all options on the table.
Yeah.
Guess it's, which risk do we prefer?
If anything, I'll ask about the skeleton knight as opposed to asking for Yggdrasil directly.
Yeah,
Sure.
You just be like, hey, yeah, we heard about that you transported this guy. And that he's
If-
kind of out of the ordinary.
I'll try to play.
intimidating.
Yeah. Well, if anything, I'll try and remain straight-laced with Dario. Tell him we're trying to extradite the Skeleton Knight off. We heard he was perhaps over there, and we wish to extradite him without calling too many
Alright.
authorities into play.
Perhaps even not mentioning that we have any business with him at all, simply that we are concerned about his, potentially dangerous presence on the same ship. If he assures us, he might let, slip. Yes, he was on my boat, but he is not now. You have nothing to worry about.
Or we could play the other direction as if we're trying to find him in means of joining up. We've got a person that knows him technically with us.
I mean, it's not technically, that's just true.
Right, but if push came to shove, I don't know if Koshik would be comfortable with that type of subterfuge.
The Bone Knight, we could direct it to Karnath and say we're just trying to hunt it down. They have no love for Karnathi magics or whatnot.
Right, but they just said they likely go after Karnathi boats, so that's not good.
Yeah.
They may be
I know.
personal associates of Idril, and if that's the case, if someone comes aboard saying, hey, we heard you transport him, we're coming to fuck him up, they're not gonna likely like that very much.
We'll be as vague as possible, don't you worry.
If we're coming to join, then we're all good and happy and friends, right?
But we're still on the radar. We stay as low-key as possible if we have no direct business with him at all. We just happen to have heard about it in this town.
I don't know if you looked at yourself very frequently, Milo, but you're kind of a giant walking big machine man. You kind of stay on the radar for forever.
We do not look
less of the radar
low-key.
concerning
Sure.
specifically. We may be visually notable, but we might not be notable in a way he wants to communicate to Idril.
I think if they've been transporting the man around who's trying to recruit a bunch of cultists and a bunch of people like us looking to go to the same place, there's going to be some suspicions thrown right off the rip, right?
Again,
if they are allies of Idril, then they should die. That is my take on it.
right,
I agree, but we
can
could at least get the ride first.
Yeah, we need a ride and to be able to function within the principalities at our own liberty.
I'm not worried about functioning in the principalities. They're all pirates. Give them some money. They'll take you wherever you want to go.
If we're seen as more of a liability, I don't want to have to fight our way through the entire principality to get where we need to go.
We can go a lot faster than any boat can.
Yeah, but there'll be some, at least some on the island.
Yeah, moving and operating in territory that doesn't consider you hostile is a clear advantage.
What's what are our current funds check, right, real quick?
Not much.
Yes.
We are
broke boys.
pretty broke on the whole. We have 1,568 gold pieces and 5 silver.
1,000 what?
1,568 gold pieces and 5 silver in our party funds. We are broke boys.
Right. Well,
unless anybody else has a lot more dosh.
Negative.
Well, I mean, Milo's just loaded to the gills. He has an entire 3 gold and 6 silver.
Yeah, I'm broke.
You're right. Milo is worth a lot. We can sell his armor and just catch up real quick.
But yeah,
it's time to multi-class again, Milo.
We don't have a
70 gold.
We don't have a ton of financial negotiating power.
I'll certainly do my best.
If we're looking for work, we could potentially try and take jobs to blend in. I don't
take jobs as pirates.
I'm sure that they have many associated tasks that don't involve direct piracy.
Either. I think not, Milo. This is a fallacy.
I've put forth word to see if there are any jobs that we can do while on the journey, but alas, we move far quicker than any post-service.
Let us find out if they are with Idril or simply paid by him. for
We'll
Pat.
find out shortly, no doubt.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm tired of the conversations. We know what we need to find out. Let's go. Let's find it out.
Okay.
We'll play it by ear. Worst comes to worst.
About this time, you see Katia get up and run over to the door, squeaking something that sounds like Dario, as she throws her hand around a tall, lithe-looking elf, very pale skin, sort of blonde, wavy hair. She wraps a long arm around Katia, like bending down quite far just to hug her, and then looks back up at the table, a slight smile on his face. He looks young-ish for an elf. Like I said, sort of wavy blonde hair, and he looks at you. He's got like golden eyes. And as he sort of strides over here, you notice that he's not wearing any sort of jacket or anything. He's just like in a simple, like loose fitting shirt and tight pants, like traditional sexy vampire Lestat looking motherfucker as he strides in here.
God damn it.
Oh man. Guess.
Do I
guess it's
recognize
better than
him?
The leather jacket.
He rides in on a fucking motorcycle.
Put a shirt on, Magic Mike.
DM, second
Yeah.
verse, same as the first. As this dude first walks in and kind of sees all of us, just any hints of recognition or anything, especially when he sees Kaushik.
Okay, give me an insight check.
Oof, way worse. 15.
He's got a smile on his face the whole time. He's sort of looking over everyone, sort of raises an eyebrow when he sees how many people Jules and Katia are sitting with. Jules has saved him a seat, sort of right beside him, and in between him and Katia, as he sort of strides over and sits down. But as you're watching him, he doesn't pause on you like Jules did very much. Just sort of gives a slight smile, and when he does, leans back, puts an arm up in his chairs, on the chair, that Katia is sitting in. You've made a lot of friends, I see. Hello, everyone.
Good evening.
Hey.
And to you.
Hello.
Hi. Friends of yours? Business partners, perhaps. Interesting. We don't find many business partners in Scare, with the exception of the locals. Haven't seen you around before.
Well, the winter weather certainly caught up to us.
Indeed. To make it up to a small town like this in the wintertime, no small task. You sailing from somewhere? Did you sail in?
No, we traversed overland.
Even more impressive.
We're made of sterner stuff, or at least I'd like to think. At least I whisper when I sing.
You look it, and there's a lot of you. So, what can me and my crew assist you with?
As I was speaking to your friend here, we were hoping to charter your services to one of the principalities, if you're able to. We find ourselves unable to gain any other forms of transportation without raising eyebrows.
Someone make a noise.
Oh,
Ah!
Very well. My ship sails back to Farlden tonight, but... And Katia sort of speaks up. You're not staying any sort of times? No, not today. Not this time. I need to make my way back. But regardless, we make our way back to Farlden and Port Cairn. So, if that is where your aim is, I don't see why not. As long as you don't cause a fuss amongst the crew.
We're certainly the unfussy sort.
Somehow I doubt that.
We'll be as silent as the grave, no doubt. But if you could accommodate us, that'd be most appreciated. Wow, those mosquitoes will be most appreciated.
I don't see why not.
They need to settle. Yeah, we have a right then.
Surely.
Well, let's talk. How much would it require? Would you require from us to garner passage?
Can I insight check this guy? He just agreed to take us someplace, as I guess free of charge, or did he just seem
No,
like he
he's not
assumed
said
his
free of
first mate?
charge.
He just assumed his first mate covered everything already.
He is not said free of charge, and he just said sure, it's settled. He doesn't have a problem with transporting you. There has not been a
Okay.
price discussed.
All right.
Yeah.
So, like,
then let's
okay.
discuss gold then. How much?
Let's see. 7 of you. I don't know you. This is all that'll be traveling with us.
That is so.
And who do you have business with on Farlden? Port Karen specifically, then.
We're seeking someone on the island. I don't know if you've seen him before. He's a skull knight. He does business with someone that we wish to present tribute to.
Bone Knight.
Bone Knight, excuse me. I've been watching a lot of anime with skeleton knights. I can't remember all of them.
Skeleton knights.
It's okay, I'm just here to help.
Okay, so it is not just simple, as you say it is. It's not just a trip here and there. You're looking for someone.
Indeed. Which I assumed we would take care of unless you have information that we will also add to the price.
Well, any business that you have, it's the prince's business as well. So, you're searching for a bone knight.
Indeed.
Just a bone knight. I believe
We
they're
know
in
for
Karnath.
No, this one came through here.
So, the truth. I don't like pulling the thread of the truth along. If you would just speak plainly.
I'm speaking plainly to you now.
Does not seem as such.
What do you wish to know? Everything you've asked, I've answered. He is a bone knight to me. It is the one above him that we seek to offer our gift to.
And who is the one above him?
His master, a elven man.
I know a lot of elves.
I'm sorry, it is the bone knight, my bad.
Yidril is the bone knight.
Yeah, so. Hydro.
Interesting.
Can I get like an insight check on this guy to see if like what type of recognition that name has for him?
Sure.
Yeah, I'd like to try too, since I'm
Ooh,
wheeling
that's
and
an
dealing.
18. What do I have for insight? I think it's good.
Ooh, that's low.
23.
11.
11. Not much on an 11, but 23. He definitely recognizes the name.
Does he seem like alarmed or anything by it, or just like oh, okay?
There's no alarm to his face or anything. It's just you've given him information he didn't have before. He's like you've said the name and it hasn't had like a huge effect on him. So one way or the other, it seems. What do you seek this Yidril for?
As I said, to pay tribute, a gift we think that he's been searching for.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon?
Yeah, I'm telling the truth.
Is Crowley's plan to hand over Koshik to Yidril?
That's my wording. We were bringing him a gift that he's been seeking. That's what I said.
The gift of death.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say what we're doing with that gift.
Right, gift, kinda.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that one does not traverse the snowy depths of the north and then sail with pirates to give someone a gift. Call it a shot in the dark.
Well, I don't know if I would call these frozen lakes too terrible. You know, dwarves live around here, at least further up anyway. I didn't wish to insult my friend's home here. But as for the pirates, well, I would not speak so roughly of my present company. If you find us to be too troublesome, we can always seek another port, as much as we would prefer not to. We wish no cause to give you or your prince trouble, or the prince trouble.
Oh no. See, I don't know this Hedro personally, but I do know the name, and I know he's had business with our prince in the past. And we have, in fact, carried a couple of his here. But before I ferry you to Port Cairn and turn you loose, you have to have a conversation with our prince.
Certainly. I'd be more than willing.
Wonderful. Milo, about this time, your kestrel flies in through the double door, like forces its way into the double door, gets within 100 feet of you, and I don't think we've ever really established how the mental link, the telepathic link, works. So I'm just going to say it works via pictures because I don't want to make a voice for your kestrel right now. So you sort of have memories like start playing over your HUD in your goggles of the kestrels. And you see the ever-burning torches outside, one by one, snuffed out.
Immediate concern.
That's not good at all.
Does not sound very ever burning to me.
Coming from, well, I mean,
Did not
what
see a
direction is
source.
it coming from?
Anything else?
I didn't see a source. It just saw them being extinguished.
Guys, something's putting out all the lights outside.
You saying this out loud or in the
No, that's group chat.
noggin?
Right.
Uh-oh.
Didn't see anything else, but all the enchanted fires are being extinguished.
How far was it away from the building where we are now? What's it looking like?
This is a memory, as the link to Milo's kestrel was 100 feet, so he's had to get like within, like, looking for Milo to find him. So you don't know how this has happened. The entire street has been darkened, and you don't know.
So, but where the memory was at, it was farther. It was inland. It was like the street on the other side, like.
Oh, this
isn't
ocean. Massive. You are in the fishing huts that are right by the docks. It is that main street that separates the docks and the town. Yes.
I say north, to the north of where we are currently.
You'll see the compass on there. I had to do a Gosm type map where our compass is set off to the side.
Okay, so
for landscape purposes.
It looks like they're going out from north to south or from west to east.
From north to south. If that's your question.
Yeah, that's what I was wanting to know. So, okay, and then we're in these little huts that are right above immediately to the west of the docks. We're in one of these right here.
Right.
Okay.
As you hear a woman scream outside as Milo is relaying this information.
Okay.
Seems things are growing darker in town. Crowley will move to stand up. Yeah, forgive me, Captain.
Yeah.
He stands up as well with you as you all stand up, uneasy. He's not sure what's going on currently. You see sort of like a loose-fitting rapier on his side.
I knew a guy like that once. Anyway, let's go.
But before we step outside, DM, how many of the blood sales does look like are in here? Does it look like the majority of the crew is filtered in here by this juncture?
It looks like a lot of them. You wouldn't have
Okay.
an exact count, but there's
Yeah, like I
this-
said, just give or take. Like, seems like most of them are in here, like, or a lot of them are in here.
yeah, this place is
Okay.
definitely filled up. But people are starting to like look around at each other and
Step outside.
Crowley wants to just jog outside immediately, and yeah,
you're gonna jog outside. Okay, you.
yeah.
Oh, while he's doing that, I'll say to these pirates that are in here with us, if you see a lot of bits, don't worry, they're on our side. Just as a heads up to those guys to maybe not kill my bats if we all get in combat.
You get a confused but intrigued look from Dario as he says,
Bats.
"I like bats."
Milo is, by the way, immediately following Crowley if Crowley goes out, not letting him go out by himself.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So
Sticking
visor
together.
down,
Yeah.
bolter
Yeah,
up.
Crowley's literally just going to open the door and move probably 10 feet from the door, but within line of sight if that, whatever.
Are we in dim lighting right now?
Not in here, but once you get outside onto the dock itself, yes, you will be.
Okay.
In this main, it's very brightly lit in here. Okay, you guys rushing out all together, it sounds like. So you guys all rush out. You're looking at the ocean right now. There are two paths back to the town. There is right and left that go back sort of through those alleyways back towards the main street. Which one are you taking?
If it was going from south to from north to south.
Yes, left would be north, right would be south.
Yeah, I would be going. I'd want to break towards the northernmost one, and I would also like to immediately stealth since I turned invisible as we stepped outside of that door.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll stealth check at advantage.
That's a
wanna be
natural
a bat.
20.
Natural
That's
20.
a 33. Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, you're going that way, but you also have 7 friends that are not invisible and not stealthy right now.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. So Ganwin stealth goes and starts like edging along the side of this building towards the north. The rest of you, which way is anybody taking another way? Or are you all going sort of the same way?
I'm definitely going with Gandalin.
I'm
If
not.
I saw him break left before he disappeared, I'm going left.
I'm not exactly probably seeing where people are going real quick because I'm turning back to NPC's name, who I've forgotten. Katya, and I'm going to toss her barrack. I'm like, it's a friend of mine. Go hide behind something sturdy and solid. Break line of sight. Don't come out for anything.
You see Katya have like a moment of like, no, I think I want to come help, and you see Dario come up behind him. He's right, darling. Go have a seat. He's sort of looking at you. So, shall we?
Let us away.
I want to turn into a bat. Let me turn into a bat.
Are you just gonna turn into a bat right now?
Yeah.
Okay. You see Koshik turn into a bat.
Says, I've been waiting for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ganwin, give me a perception check. Oh, you don't need a perception check actually, because it's in the middle of the alleyway.
Oh shit.
what's your dark vision? Actually, what's the reach in your
I have
dark?
a 60-foot dark vision.
Okay, so those with dark vision that swing the corner with Gandalin, Gandalin, you sort of still hidden. You see about 60 feet down that way on the opposite side of the building. You see the source of the screaming, but almost it like at the tail end of whatever is happening is you see someone on the ground fighting for their life, and then you just see a hand go limping off to the side as you see 2 creatures gnawing on this person, tearing them apart just voraciously. You hear it from here, just crunching of skin and bone.
Does everyone with dark vision see this?
Yeah.
Bam, bam.
About the time that you just raise the bolter and start to shoot, they look down the alleyway. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Hey.
Do I still get my same +2 initiative bonus as a bat?
Not in that 20.
How does it work?
But damn close.
I guess does the cloak polymorph you, or
I believe the cloak polymorphs, but look at your character sheet.
Oh, eyeballs.
Imagine we
Oh, I have
need
to
to
put my
watch
glasses back on. I'm stupid.
Tall Spire.
You will need some Tailspire for this.
Yeah!
Woo! Oh, but you're a bat right now, Koshik. So
You are a bat right now.
I'm turning back into a person.
We're rolling initiative right now.
I just wanted to be a bat so I can keep up with Gandalf when I know he's fast.
you can't see me.
Yeah, I have no.
All right,
Gandalf
John Cena.
basically
Look, you
just
stupid.
Can't see me. I'm a really scrawny, pale Slavic John Cena.
God.
So also known as nothing like John Cena.
Yo, pass you this belt of giant strength.
Oh, yeah. Hey, if you want to give me the belt of giant strength, sure, go ahead, man. Fucking
What are your
strength
5 moves
among-
of doom? The 5 moves that'll always guarantee victory.
fucking
Okay.
punch the shit out of them. That's the fucking moves to do. I would like to hit them.
Initiative plus 3. So 25 to 20.
25.
20.
23.
25, 20, and
I
20.
haven't rolled yet. Hold on. Sorry.
Okay.
17. If I get my +2 bonus, it's 19. If not, it's 17. I have to check. I still haven't checked my character sheet. I'm doing too much stuff right now, so I'm trying
If
to
it's
look.
polymorph, all of your physical stats are replaced by the bats.
Oh, I'm a dingus. I added wrong. 21.
Check.
Okay, give me. I think I asked for it way too quickly. As my computer struggles.
Oh no, the computer. The computer.
Okay.
Ah,
All right. Wonderful.
Computer.
Is everybody in Tailspire? If not, I won't worry about it quite yet.
I am.
yes.
Waiting on GM.
Fucking over there with the Gimli. Yes.
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 Sergeant Falk.
On of helm hammerhand. Shall sound of the deep.
Oh yeah, it is polymorph, so I have to look up the
Holy shit. This
Yeah.
fucking fisty.
what do I bats D&D bat stat block? Is that what I look up on
Yep.
Google?
they bet they vote small.
Where's all the blood on his sails?
All right. Well, Gorham gets disintegrated
Okay,
from the
wait, no,
shadows.
Ah!
This music's busting, so it is loud.
It doesn't say anything about initiative, so I'm just gonna go with the flat 17.
It should have your dexterity. If it doesn't
Yeah,
say
it's
anything,
Oh, dex
yeah,
15, so +2.
Yeah, so whatever the if
Okay.
you're being polymorphed into the bat, it's whatever the bat's dex is.
So it's the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so 19.
Boom!
Holy
Nice.
crap. They got the old Gandalf getting killed out there.
Ah!
all right.
Oh no.
Gandalf the Older is dying.
You can place yourself right here. Also, shout out to the new Hero Forge models in Tailspire. These are so sick. Look at all these. Awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm missing somebody. Who did I not bring onto the
I
board?
don't see me.
Look at that gore.
I definitely brought you onto the board, so maybe you teleported somewhere.
So yeah, I guess
There you
how far into the alley would I have gotten before this?
You are
shit
right
started
here on
going
the edge. Nobody is past this corner right here. You saw that looking down the edge
on?
because you
White
saw
screen
these
for me.
people right here. This person right here.
I cannot see them anymore, apparently. Hold on a second.
It's just a straight up white screen for me.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Tail
Because our
spars-
models don't have line of sight to them, we can't see them.
Yeah.
I saw them at first. Oh yeah, so if I move myself into the alley, I can see them.
Yeah. I just figured you were being stealthy, so that's kind of where you were at. All right. So Gandalf was 25. 25 to 20 again.
22.
23.
20.
23 from Milo. Milo, what is your dexterity?
Hey, 14.
14. All right. Okay. Who else? 25 to 20.
21.
21, and then Artyom you said is 20 what?
22. Natural 20,
And-
baby. Let's
Yeah,
go.
just a regular old 20 for me.
So we got
Oh, we did
Artyom,
really well in
Azure.
initiative.
Yeah, y'all really did. Artyom, Azure, and then Crowley, right? 20 to 15.
19.
19 for
19.
Kaushik.
Nice.
Who has
Holy
the higher
shit.
dex? Is it Kaushik in the bat form?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled a 19.
Yes.
Okay, so
God
Kaushik,
damn. Holy
Gorham.
shit. It's like the best we have ever rolled
It's
for
very,
initiative.
very well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay.
Well, lowest initiative
Watch
was
this.
19.
Watch
No
this
big
be like
deal.
a really like unimportant like flavor conflict. Next time we get like a big important fight, everyone's gonna
That
roll
one,
like
that one, that one,
threes.
that one, that one. Fuck.
Okay. Top of the initiative order. Gainwin. What would you like to do?
So let's
Oh
I
wait,
still only
I'm
see a
dumb. I
white
need to put it up
screen.
on the battle map.
put it on the battle map.
There we go. Sorry, stream. There you go. Now you get to see it.
I still
Alright.
only see a white screen. It says waiting for GM on the top.
Oh, let me summon you back to
It
the
did
board.
not. Oh yeah. It did not
I
bring.
should
There
have
she
changed it there
is.
for you.
There we go. All right. Well, I saw this person being made unalive.
Correct. Right
That's
here.
bad. Yeah, over that way. So
I
I'm
don't know
gonna
they're dead.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Jesus Christ, I have to go so far. Because of Dread Ambusher, I have 10 extra feet of movement on the first round of combat.
Okay.
So 50, 55.
Yep.
Jesus. So, god damn, that is far. Okay. Fucking, where the line at? Woo. I'm not quite sure where is my square. Oh my lord. They are so far. Where am I? Is that in my model? I don't know. So this is not quite 30. This is just outside of 30 feet.
It
looks
looks
like-
like that's at 30 feet.
Right at 30.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna take out Echo Memento and fucking throw. Actually, I gotta double check the wording on that, but I will be throwing at least the first one right off of the rip,
Okay.
which I'm invisible for this motherfucker because it's dark outside.
Correct. So you'll be
bitch.
rolling an advantage.
Yeah. So that's wow, that is really bad. That's a 2 and a 3 on the dice, bringing it up to, since this is a ranged attack, a 15.
15 hits.
Holy Christ. Okay. 1, 3. That's 4. So that's 10 points of magical piercing. And I'm gonna when I hit, I'm going to use my reaction to like wind the arcane link around my arm and yank myself 30 feet
Towards him?
right next to it. Yes.
Okay. Put yourself right next to him.
So I guess that'll put me like in the square, so just in a straight line.
Gainwin, as you throw your kukri out there and bringing yourself up 30 feet, this thing, you see its humanoid rotted skin and flesh seems like it's been peeled away, and it is like actively peeling away almost as it looks up and looks down at the kukri and looks around. Can't see you currently, but it's just sort of gnawing and gnashing, sort of sharpened teeth, and as you get up on it, you take 6
Ow.
points of necrotic damage as you feel
Oh.
your bones just turn cold in
Does
your,
it feel
in your
like
body.
from just being within its vicinity?
Yep.
Cause that? Ow. Well, hell. That's not good. Well, I'm already in its area, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna keep on keeping on, making my next 2 attacks, the other from my other attack action, the other from Dread Ambusher with the Kukri
Okay.
against this thing in melee.
Yep.
The first of those being a 23.
Okay.
And then the Dread Ambusher bonus attack being a natural 20.
Very nice.
So the first one of those being 3. Out of curiosity, before I roll the critical damage, how much did that first attack seem to? Those first 2 attacks, this thing seemed to be looking okay.
What was the damage on the second attack?
13.
13. Okay. You'll have to forgive me. I
you're fine.
disconnected from my map
No worries.
apparently.
No worries.
So sorry about that. I may have to exit the game.
Oh no.
Fucking hell. You did 10 and 13 damage?
10 and 13, yeah. So 23 points of magical piercing so far.
Okay. He looks okay. He looks
Okay.
mad, like raving mad.
Okay, so on the crit, I'm going to spend a key point to make that a death strike to add a d6
Okay, go for it.
onto that crit. So oof, that sucks. 1, 2, great. 4 damage on the crit from just the weapons dice. 7, 8, 16 plus 4, 20. That's gonna be 28 points of magical piercing on the crit.
28 points of magical piercing. Okay. I apologize. I'm trying to get Tailspire relaunched. So
No, you're fine.
sorry if I'm going to be asking a lot of questions here. So that was 13 points of piercing beforehand. 13 plus 10, right? Plus 28.
Uh-oh.
Did I freeze
Yeah,
again?
28 from the crit. You did for a second.
Okay. It was probably the game exiting out.
Gotcha.
Is very hurt. But
Yeah,
he,
fantastic.
do a lot of damage to this one. It,
Okay.
it's
Bonus
sort
action
of-
flurry of blows.
Do what? Yeah.
I've
go for it.
still got my bonus. I'm gonna punch it a couple times because why not? Let's see if I can at least kill one of these things on this opening volley. Fuck it. 25,
25 hits.
25 and a 27
Both hit.
for 11 and 8 points of magical bludgeoning. I just kind of fucking just 2 to the ribs.
Okay.
That's actually really gross. Gross rotting.
Yeah, you
Ugh.
two hits. You hear just cracking underneath, but as your knuckles hit and you pull it back, you see just your skin starting to peel, just like this zombie's. Just being within its presence.
That's fucking gross.
And it's sort of like just like gnawing and gnashing around it.
Yep. And that is all of my movement. I can't step away. So
Okay. All right. Ending Gandalf's turn. Yeah. No, it is gonna. That's gonna bring us to Milo.
Can you make me fly, please, sir?
I can.
Right. We're gonna go. "20 feet up, and then heading straight.
Okay.
And 15, 20. I'm going to take a shot. I don't really have a shot on the one that Gandalf's beating up. I'd have to shoot through him. That angle seems weird, but I'll take a shot on the other one.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a couple of attack rolls.
It's a 21, I think. Wait, let me double check.
That hits.
Yeah, 21. Take 17 points of fire damage.
Very nice. All right. What else? You
And
got?
go ahead and have the drone launch off of me and head towards Gandolin.
Okay. What's your drone's movement speed?
30, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, 30 feet, so it'll have 60 feet to get up to him. Or 60 feet closer to him.
Just gonna put him right there since you moved your turn. So it's right there.
Cool.
Okay.
And just bonus action to activate my shield.
Don't you, in order for your drone to dash, don't you have to use your bonus action to do that?
I don't think so. I think you can just move for free.
I
It can't
know it
attack.
can move for free, but if it's got a dash there, because its movement speed is 30, right?
I think you have to use a bonus action to command it, otherwise it can only take the dash or dodge actions.
Oh, I thought it could do the dash just as a double move. Oh, yeah, okay. So, yeah, I'll have it dash and I won't have my shields up yet.
Okay. All right. Does that end your turn, Milo?
Yeah, that's all my stuff.
Okay.
I need to, before it becomes relevant, I'm gonna roll my portents. I'll post it in the chat.
Okay. Artyom, that's gonna bring us to you.
All right. Well, I'm still not sure what's going on because no one's communicating to me, and I can't see shit. I got a 20-foot radius around me on my staff. Well, actually, that's a good question. Did my staff wink out, or did anything inside the building wink out as far as lights go? Okay.
Nope.
So I'll move 10, 15, 20, 30 right there. And then I still can't see shit, so I'm going to keep on hustling another 30. 1, 2, 3, 4. And right there.
Okay.
I don't know. I think that's still out of... Oh, that's in dim light, so I guess I can...
Yeah, so you'd be able to see some. Is
do
it 20 foot bright, 20 foot dim?
Yeah. Do I make out that there's a guy on the ground really messed up?
Give me a perception check at disadvantage. I'll give you a quick one, and it's gonna be a hefty bonus since you don't see Gano there actually.
Yeah.
Wait. Turns out
decent.
my daddy was a window maker.
21.
21? Okay.
21 at disadvantage.
Yeah, I'll say you see him.
All right. I'll bonus action hit him with a healing word.
Okay.
If he's not super dead yet.
Hit him with a bonus action healing word. All right. Anything else for your turn?
Does he remain to be non-moving or anything like that?
To be non-moving.
All right. That's my turn.
Okay.
I gave it an old college try.
That's fair.
Just so you know, Jonesy, I moved myself to where everybody was on the board right here. Like, not everybody, like Gandalwin and Artyom, but everybody else, because I was a little bit further left. I don't...
Okay.
If that can not count as my mood, I just want you to know that.
Yeah, I was fine
Not
with
think I'm trying to sneak around or anything.
your placement as long as you were behind that line there.
I'll say there's a dead man and a couple of figures down the alleyway. I don't know where Gandalwin's at. Or whatever.
Out loud or in the mental link?
In the mental link.
Okay.
Yeah.
Strolling out behind you, not in real sense of urgency, but definitely looking around and not moving totally up to your group. And you said that over the mental link?
Yep.
Mental leak. All right.
Dear
Very
God.
well.
It's a mental leak.
Any RTM's turn, that will bring us to Azur. You guys rolled really well on initiative. Someone make
Yeah,
a
we
noise.
did.
Okay.
Damn, look at that bright hair.
Azur and then Crowley.
All right. So Azur gonna want to hip uppity. Try to
Yeah, easy enough. It's like a 5-foot jump. It's not too hard.
and then with whatever movement speed he can have left.
It's 15 feet of movement, so you got 15 more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
well,
let's-
he has 20 feet of movement because he's
Oh, yeah.
he's a little
got
speedy
35.
air
Yeah, that's right. I
gymnast.
have 35 speed.
Yeah.
That's right.
So go for it. Yeah, 20 more feet of movement. You guys do have a character movement tool now, if in the measurers, just so you're aware.
Oh,
Um,
do you?
Oh, that's so cool.
That's not it. Whoever's got the sphere. Okay.
Boom. And then we gonna if let's see. How far is that? Where I am.
You're well within a heavy crossbows range of both of these. Do you have dark vision?
Yeah, 60 feet.
60
That's
feet
what
of
I was
dark
kinda-
vision. So yeah, you can see them. You can make these two out.
All right, cool. Vroom, vroom.
Yeah, fire away. Which one?
We're gonna knock a couple walloping bolts in there
Okay.
on the one that is lit up right now.
All right. Go for it.
All right, so that is a 11 on the die for 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Goodness, I was not prepared. That's the D10. Do. For 13 points total of damage, 3 of it being the radiant from the magical crossbow.
Okay. You said 13?
Yeah.
All right. Looks like it's on its last leg. And it also falls prone because I rolled a natural 1 on its saving throw.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. Your second attack is going to be at disadvantage because of that, actually, because it just went prone.
Oh
But-
no.
But not hard to hit these things. So go ahead.
Oh shit! Double shit. They're gone.
You know what? Since that one went prone, I think Zur would actually go for the other one.
Okay.
For a 24 to hit.
24 definitely hits. Go and roll that damage.
Oh. 8 piercing. Oh, only 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay. Did this one take damage? Again, when you
Isn't that
laid
the one that I hit all the ones on
Oh,
the one in front of me,
Milo
but
hit it.
this one got firebolted. I
Milo.
think.
Yeah, I was wondering if that got. All right. 9 damage. You said.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Anything else for your turn?
Nope. Well, actually, yeah, no, not this time.
Okay. All right. Ending Azur's turn. This gonna bring us around to Crowley.
All right, Crowley's gonna move up.
Okay.
So 15, 20, 20. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
And he's gonna use Spirited Storyteller to try and grant everyone inspiration that can hear him.
Yeah, I would say everybody's within earshot of you currently. Go ahead and give me that performance check.
Indeed, we shall. Plus 13, pass the 15 DC, I believe it is.
Right.
I rolled a 5.
Hey, that makes it.
So, I believe that's an action too, isn't it?
It is an action to do that. Yes.
Yeah, so, in the meantime, he will also prep up a story, which I'm going to just roll real quick.
Yeah.
And, ooh, it's a 1. Whatever tale that is. I'm having to scroll up and down here. Tales from Beyond. Whoop. Tale from make a tale description. Target can roll an extra die immediately after rolling the d20 and add the extra. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'll just hold on to that, whatever. And that will end my turn, actually.
All right. Ending your turn there. That is going to bring us to Kaushik. Kaushik, I'm going to put a little bat beside you and give you control over because I forgot you turned into a bat.
Thank you. Before you do that, though, for the sake of transparency, when I put on that cloak, I never verbalized my my intention to attune to it. Is that something that can be assumed, like
Yeah.
in
so
hindsight?
would it
Okay.
affect any of your current attunements? Like, do you have
No.
3 attunements already? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I've got an instrument, but I've got 3 slots total. So
Okay. So yeah, you're
perfect.
perfectly okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and hide Kashyyyk until you decide to pop back out as her.
Aww. My Kashyyyk.
But there you go. You
She
should have
just
control of
got
that bat.
here. Okay, cool. How high am I floating off the ground?
About 5 feet, so you could exit the door.
Sick. Okay. So I have a movement of 40 feet.
Sick.
I'm gonna move those 40 feet.
Okay.
I'm gonna move from this direction. I won't run into the. Will I run into the ceiling? Do I need to click?
No, you'll be fine.
40 feet. So I'm right behind Artyom here.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can really do.
Okay. Yeah.
'Cause
Go ahead and move your bat right
Yeah.
there.
I just needed to measure so I knew. Uh-oh. Okay, you know what? Oh, I can't move it, actually.
Can you not grab it? Let go of the
Yeah.
measuring tool and.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Uh-oh. Okay, I see. Okay, that's cool.
That's the
All
player
right.
measurement tool. All right.
Sick. That's awesome.
Nice.
And that's pretty much all I can do. The
Okay.
only attack that really has is a chompy chomp, and I can't reach anything. Well, I'm gonna bite Artyom. I'm just kidding.
Okay. All right.
What the fuck?
That's gonna bring us to Gorham. After Kashyyyk. Gorham, what would you like to do?
I'd like to remember where I was on the turn order. Whoop. Oh, what Goran would like to do. Oh god. I'm gonna cast haste on myself,
Okay. Action cast haste.
and we're gonna haul ass. Whoop. I can use I'm gonna use my movement and then use my haste action to dash,
Okay.
which gives me 100 feet of movement.
Oh yeah, because haste doubles your movement speed, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Speed boy.
So yeah, you run straight out here.
Speed is
You ever seen a dwarf move this fast, boys?
Like, imagine your legs gotta be going.
Being
blurring.
I just got circles.
Crowley and Kashyyyk just got snows just sort of like onto us from you zooming by.
Gorham. Give me a
Yes.
second. Something happens on your turn
1 second.
because you're not invisible.
Oh no. Oh yeah, hey, by
I'm
the way,
not
guys,
stealthy at all.
being near these guys, not fun.
Right.
It hurts. Update, it hurts.
Oh, I think I was mistaken. I think I only have 30 feet for fly speed, not 40. So I'm gonna move myself back on my next turn.
That's
Okay.
seriously only have a 30.
Or I just won't. I'll just minus 10 for my next one. Sorry.
Does 24 hit your current armor class, Gorham?
Yeah.
Okay. You were stopped
I've been scooted.
as you round this corner.
Oh shit.
Give me a second.
We got baited. We got jebaited.
And then that's a crit.
Oh shit! Now don't do that.
Can I still
Yeah.
use my abilities in bat form?
You can't.
Oh no! Or
Oh,
no,
no.
Jarnsy.
Um.
Or no,
Arr.
Jarnsy.
So
Oh,
okay. All right. Give me a second.
This is good for us to learn to realize now.
I'll describe to you what you see in just a moment.
Rather than later.
I
later.
don't want to know.
Describe to me what happens to my health real quick.
Yeah. You're about to hear that part of it.
Oh no.
uh,
Right here with you, Gorham. Don't worry.
You
We can
take
die together.
19 points of piercing damage from the first one, and you are grappled.
First one.
And from
Isn't the first one prone?
First one.
Can it do stuff to him?
It's probably just around the corner.
Yeah. And apparently,
And you take 29 points of piercing damage from the crit. As you round this corner, Gorum, you get pierced through as you look down and you see long bones going through your midsection and through your armor, hoisting you off the ground. As you look to your left and you see, I'll put them, I combined a couple of minis, so.
Oh,
Boys
shit.
have been boned.
Oh shit!
He's in the bone zone now,
Oh shit!
boys.
Oh!
What the
Whoa!
fuck is that?
Whoa!
What the fuck?
As you see, looking down on you, a skeletal figure that is standing probably about 15 feet tall with arms that span the length of its body, hands distended and arms distended touching the ground, nails that are, well, typically you think they may drag the ground, but right now they are piercing you through. And as he picks you up, and you just hear this mad sort of cackle from within this skull. And you see Gorum, as you look to your left, disappear in a cloud of smoke into the darkness. And that's where we're going to call tonight's session.
Oh,
We're gunning for the dwarves. No more
oh
dwarves.
shit! Oh fuck!
Oh, that's fucked.
Oh no!
DM, if
Oh,
you didn't
man.
like dwarves, you should have just told us at the start of the game. You know,
Got it
just
right
saying.
where I wanted it.
We just got baited so hard.
Well, why can't you see, you blind bitch?
I don't know.
Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for playing with me. I had a blast. We're going to raid a friend, but before we do that, I'm actually gonna have to do it on my main computer. We're gonna switch back to the main screen real quick. Here we go. Before we do that, I would like to give a shout out to you, our viewers. Thank you so much for joining us. We will, and as a quick reminder, we are still raising money for International Medical Corps. Thank you for that link. But next week we will not be playing. You'll see down below, our next session is tentative.
Oh shit! No.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So
It's gonna be a while till we get back to this combat. Oh no.
yep, correct.
We have a lot of time to think about how fucked we are.
Can't believe it. I didn't even realize it was already 9 o'clock.
One by one.
Yeah.
Not butter.
One by one.
But we are Hard Knock Dice. We stream on typically every Monday and Saturday. Mondays we do Ghost of Saltmarsh DM by the homie Gandalwin /@FearDOA /@Ian Ian. So
At Ian.
come check us out. We do that stream where we're with pirates. Me and Ian were talking about how funny that is right now. How
My pirates are cooler.
Sure, yeah, pirates are cooler. I like Prospero Artois. I'm not gonna lie, he's pretty cool guy.
Swaggy.
So I'm sorry, I'm a horrible multitasker, so I got to get the raid ready. Anyways, yes, come check us out. We stream that every Monday at 7 p.m. Typically, we do this on Saturdays. Like I said, we'll figure out what's going on and tweet it out. Speaking of Tweetar, go follow us on Tweetar, TikTok, and YouTube, and all that other good stuff. Make sure you do that, and helps the algorithm find us and give you more awesome cliffhangers. So, yeah, check us out. And I think that's it. We're gonna rate our friends over at Dice Legends. So go ahead and start that. Go give them some love. Drop a follow if you have not already. And did I miss anything? That's our typical sign off. Are we good?
Yeah, I think so.
Perfect.
I
Bye, guys.
suppose.
Much love.
Bye,
I'll see you
guys.
next time.
Thanks.
Send help. Send help.
In the
Send
shadow.
back
Bye,
up.
Gorum.